PP's mandatory. There we go. Oh shit, I forgot to change the title of the stream. That's fine, I can do that while I talk to you guys. So hello. Tonight is indeed episode 10, chapter 4 of the D&D campaign. You guys last session concluded your business in the Fey Realm after assisting the Ringmaster, Baron von Kennedy, Alfortesque, I forget after that. I'm learning. I'm getting more words in.
Kev.
You obtained yourself Big Kev, yeah. You obtained yourself the Fey heart that he need. No, Pixie heart. Sorry, Fairy heart. Pixie or fairy? I can't remember. Thank you.
Pixie.
Thank you. The thing is, pixies and fairies are very similar, so it's hard to remember the distinction. That they needed for a ritual that they were going to attempt to heal Timbershrike, the owlbear that was sick, which is part of one of their performances. And you did. Among rescuing Shell, who was being held captive, and fighting off Zasmora, which is someone that has been quietly watching you guys for a long period of time and following you guys, luring you into a trap, quote marks, and a duel that was had and that was won by you guys. Turning back, you had a performance as the Timbershrike was being looked to and seemingly better because he performed. That the crew of the circus had managed to set up a performance for you guys to watch and enjoy and see the new performers that they have gathered while on the archipelago, and a small after party that was had afterwards. You guys, in dribs and drabs, not all at the same time, returned back to Wade's Rest, which is when Nivara teleported you all with the cube back to the Call of Chaos. Because don't forget, the Call of Chaos isn't heroes. Because you had to wait for everybody to come back, even though you left the party first.
Yep.
Hi, Topjoy. I am on your TV. Yay. Hi. Let's hope no one says anything dramatic while everything's being played through her TV. But no, you guys returned then, had a good night's rest, and I believe, if I remember, I leveled you guys up. Yeah, thank you. I was trying to remember that. I couldn't remember if I did it before or after, but I'm pretty sure it was after.
Level 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Level 7.
And today, you guys are waking up on the boat, on the Call of Chaos, and then going to be teleporting yourselves back to Wade's Rest, or are you talking before going back to Wade's Rest? Guys. Right, no one's answering me, so I'm going to make an executive decision. No, if no one's going to make the decision, I will make your decision. You're going to go back to Wade's Rest before you start your talking.
No, I think it's going to be done on the Call of Chaos.
You should have said sooner.
Well, it was not me initiating it.
But I will let you guys start. So, on the Wade's Rest, when you guys have had a long rest, what would you guys like to do?
Chaos.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, okay.
On the ship.
We do the RP now? Yes, on the boat.
Yeah.
Josiah will summon Polo and Nivara via Otto.
To Captain.
And obviously Nivara. Oh, wait, you say Nivara? You call Nivara by Otto?
Yeah, both.
Yeah,
both.
I
assume like,
I was going to say, and obviously the Ottos will transmit the information, you guys are able to go, and eventually you'll be summoned to the captain's quarters promptly.
You'll just like pour 3 glasses of rum and just sort of sit back on the desk and be like, enter.
Okay, sit down.
Take it Nivara's turned up.
Yeah, it's just assumed they're turning up.
Yeah.
Unless people say otherwise, in situations like that, I think it's safe to assume that if you ask someone to come to your room to have a chat, it's...
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless the person pipes up and goes, no, I'm not going to bother, I'm going to assume it's implied.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
And you'll just be
I'll
like,
sit down,
yep.
Raise an eyebrow towards the 3 glasses of rum in the centre of the table before.
If
you wish to talk?
Yes, well, I think you need to talk, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to leave if you want me to leave, but I think there's some... I don't know, there's a lack of trust between you two, maybe me. I think we need to chat about it. I think, Paula, I don't think you realise you threatened Nivar as much as you did. Like drawing a sword on her. And it...
Yes, and I wanted to apologise. I didn't realise that you were as offended. I thought we settled it. But I apologise. If you want to do it in the traditional way, I'll put a dagger on the table.
Wait, just so I just understand what is currently happening here. You've summoned me to your quarters in order to have Paula apologize to me because I got offended?
No, I didn't say offended.
No, that's just what she said, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm.
Well, however you two want to sort your shit out, I just wanted to initiate it. I don't want to speak for either of you.
If I offended, which I mean, drew a blade on, of course. I do apologise. I panicked. I'm normally met with hostility. Find out what I am. But you, I thought you were fine with it. You talked me down very quickly. I'm grateful for that. I'm guessing maybe there's more.
Wait, I'm sorry, is this you apologizing or interrogating? I can't quite get what is going
Apologising.
on here.
I'm apologising.
Is it for pulling the blade on me, or for not trusting me, or for manipulating me? Like, what are we going for here?
Manipulating? The first two? Have I been manipulating? I
Mhm.
apologise for drawing the blade.
Maybe the easiest thing to do here is Nivara say what has concerned you, what are you... Because it sounds like Paul is guessing, so maybe we line out what you're concerned about Nivara rather than Paula guessing and upsetting you further. Let's go that way. I think that makes sense.
So, you want... Honestly, I would have been quite happy not doing this. I have tried to... All I wanted to do was share my concerns with you, Josiah, and now to
Yeah.
know that you didn't really listen to them is kind of surprising. And now,
I've listened to him.
really, the fact that she is on the boat and she is basically doing the same thing that she said that she does every single time. Not only that, but she works for the Baroness,
Yep.
must be supplying information to her, is a thief. All she does is take, and I'm just a little frustrated by this. I tried to air these concerns to you, only for you now to know that instead of listening to them, you had a chat and she dissuaded all your fears.
No, we're
Was
going to have
she
to talk about that
not being a
after,
thief?
but I kind of want to sort that out after, because she's obviously upset you beforehand, so can we talk about that? And then we'll sort out the next bit. Or do you want to do that first? I just want us to sorted. Like, Paula can tell you what she's told me.
Okay. I don't know. It is rather difficult for me to admit that I was rather well hurt by Paula's actions since she has arrived on the boat. Some of that may have become tougher for me to handle in more recent months, weeks.
Why tougher
Sorry,
than
is
sooner?
Rose dropping out because I can't hear?
No, she was
No,
speaking.
Let's just pause it for effect.
It's you that's the
I was
problem, Matt.
leaving room. Yeah,
Yeah.
leaving room for other people to respond to
Yeah.
what I was saying.
It was like, so Josiah would be like, so what's changed in previous weeks then?
It's got a lot, I guess. I thought I was dealing with things. It is apparent that I have not been able to. I fear that the final nail in the coffin, to speak, was after obviously we had our argument, Josiah, you came and apologized to me, whereas I felt that Paula threatened me and then was more bothered about dealing with you than anything else. It just hurt a little, I guess. From someone who said that they were my friends.
No, that
Then
makes
I
sense.
apologise again.
I don't really feel like you mean when you are apologizing. You say, I apologize, I don't believe it. I don't think you are sincere.
My suggestion is maybe not apologise until we've talked it through, and then we can address what we do to move forwards. As someone who's worked in a crew, and if you don't do a decent apology, you might get a knife in your ribs. I have developed a good system for apologies, so maybe it's we talk about just let Naivar continue what she was talking about, and then you can apologise after Paula, or we can talk about how to move forward. That seems a better way of doing things rather than apologising.
Okay.
Just let Nivara say what she wants to say.
Oh no, I'd actually like to ask some questions of Paula, if you would permit me.
No,
Because I feel that me saying that I have had hurt feelings, I'd like to know why she thought her actions were justified and didn't think that we had a problem. So, my first question would be to ask, let's start at the most recent indiscretion. Why did you try to kill me?
Again, I panicked. I've only been caught out probably, yeah, well, once, and that was with the Baroness.
Did you try to kill her?
I drew a weapon, but there was no way I was winning that fight. I was in a room with a couple of guards. They caught me.
So, that is it? You were scared, and so you thought, Mom, you know what? On the person that has shared all their life story with me, has not only that, but I did so many things for you, and for you to throw it in my face by pushing a blade against my neck. It seems a little bit more than just a whoopsie.
I don't know what to say. I've been growing up. I was always told, don't let anyone find out, because they'll come and murder the whole family.
Oh my god. Really?
I mean, I really know what to say.
I am laughing not because I find you funny, but because I find that your excuse is a little pitiful. I get it, okay? I am on the run. Josiah was on the run. We have all been in difficult circumstances. It does not give you the right to think it is acceptable to do those actions. Either own them or don't do them.
I think the thing is, if no, that makes sense, Navarro. I'm just thinking in terms of how do you move forward from that. Obviously, Paula betrayed your trust because you would expect somebody who'd done right by you not to try and stab you.
Well, not
Or if
even
you've
just
right,
done
yeah.
right. I shared so much with Paula. I since the moment that I've met Paula, I have done nothing but give to her. Every single chance I have been given. And then when she said we were friends, okay, I was a little upset because of previous indiscretions, but I could kind of deal with them. But to know that you didn't trust me back was just, why lie to my face?
I do think we thought we were friends. I'd like to be friends, but
Really?
yeah, I think you're brilliant. I mean, you're probably the most intelligent person I've ever met.
Then why, when I was... She'll kind of, at this point, turn like literally away from Desire and pretend he's kind of not there and turn more towards Paula. And she'll go, well, why when I was incredibly intimate with you, did you push me away? If you thought I was so brilliant.
Desire's probably sipping some rum at this point, and he's like splits it out a little bit.
Intimate?
I did something with you I have never done with any other person.
Confused look at Josiah. So.
He's raising an eyebrow, and he's got a bit of a wry smile on his face. He's like,
I shared my spell book with you. And then, not only that, but the same next day you asked me if I wanted to sleep with Josiah, and then proceeded on to, then the day after that, come and ask me if you could have money for tea after stealing said money because you'd slept with him.
Sorry. Well, first of all, the book thing, I didn't realise how intimate that was. And you've looked at my book. I mean, you've taught me a lot more.
Exactly.
I didn't realise that was intimate. Is that not normal?
oh. It does make sense because when you've seen a wizard with another wizard, they're always like in the tower alone. Like they don't like to.
Wizards don't share spells. You learn, you grow your own. So, yeah, when you asked me if I wanted to sleep with Josiah, I wasn't going to tell you yes because I was wooing. I don't know how to explain this. It is obviously old news now, but...
Wait, you ruined me?
Not you! Shh!
Oh.
Oh.
Just...
Oh. Oh.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I passed that many weeks ago. But you don't understand certain things about the power that you possess. You do not understand how your actions affect each other, us. There is so much that you can learn, but you are unwilling to do so. That is your biggest issue. And that is why you keep pissing people off, Paula. Me included.
I am willing to learn, and I will admit that yes, can be selfish. I do take kind of what we do. I don't want to say the pirate word. I know
Yeah,
that-
why are you really a
that's just-
pirate? That would be my thing, but
Sorry? The
it's,
Josiah's talk then.
yeah, you know, your desire would just be like, I'm not sure if you're actually a pirate, but
I am not sure either.
I've worked on ships. To be honest,
Macy-
when was the last time you actually did any piracy? We haven't done anything since I've been here. I assume you must have some.
well, that's
Piracy in
Uh,
the standard sense.
I mean, deflecting onto somebody else shows weakness. You know that, right?
Well, Josiah's a bit like, well, we have got like a holy man in people who don't want to commit the law on the boat, so it's a bit difficult.
Fair.
He's being kind to us.
But I think the thing is, like, I think Paula, you need to decide what you want, and I think what I was going to talk about next was Paula's talked to me, and it's clear she's been held. What's the word?
Can't really do anything because
She's controlled by the Baron because she stole the spell book and got into a bad deal with the Baroness, and it's
I have been thinking of this. I think you were tricked. You are
yeah.
quite gullible, so it's understandable that she, a baroness, for example, with all of that manpower, how would you even get to where the spellbook was?
I turned into the key.
Into who?
Did you say a key?
Yeah, I thought.
Matt doesn't know how it works, so I would have shapeshifted into someone who's allowed.
No, but did you say you turned into a
He
key?
did.
Whoever had the key.
I thought you meant like you trying
okay.
to like
No,
transform into a key.
That's
I was
what
like,
I am the key.
That's what I thought I heard.
I can only do humanoids. I can't do objects.
That's what I thought I heard you say, Matt. I
I
transformed
did
into
as
a
well.
key.
No.
Oh my word.
That's why when you said what, I was thinking, wait, what?
yeah, I was like, I just imagined this giant floating key floating around the ship.
Morning. Fuck me. I mean, for that case, you probably would have either turned into Chichitik or Admiral Morgan. First Admiral Morgan.
Or the quartermaster man who trades or something.
Whoever.
Not for that item. Not for the
Okay.
spellbook.
Fair.
But the quartermaster guy, the old guy, deals with the basic logistics. Something like that would have been of high
More
regard.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I turned into them. Was wandering around, spotted the poop. Had a quick flick through there, and then was interested, so I kind of did it. And then later on, they caught me. Somebody walked into my room and I was reading.
Oh, so not only you're a thief, but you are a bad thief.
I should have left immediately, but it's a little difficult leaving.
You shouldn't have taken the fucking book, Paula.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying that you knew who the Baroness was, you were on board a ship, you saw all of the things at her disposal, and then you didn't think that, oh, she might have a problem with you taking something from her? If I had been her, I would have hunted you down if you'd got off that boat. I would have not stopped. If you had stolen from the Baroness, you would not want that getting out.
Hmm. Well, that's where the deal came in. Revealed my dues and gave me the contract.
Okay. How long have you been working for the Baroness?
5 years.
How big was your debt?
My life. I didn't get it.
Well, how much would the spell book have been, I guess, is the question.
When do you pay off what she's done?
I think it was implied like life servitude sort of thing, because although she's technically indebted and like works the Baroness, she does still get stuff. It's not like she's not like a slave. Does that make sense? So I don't think.
Yeah.
Indentured servitude.
She's got no she's got no
No.
freedom though. That's
No.
something.
No, she has to work when she's told, but in the same vein, she gets paid, she gets rewards, she gets benefits. It's like a job, but a job that she can't leave. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. You are.
Do you care about that?
I actually enjoy the work, so it's a living.
Weird. I'm sorry.
Leaving-
That's
Then
weird.
why?
I like
And I was going to ask, if you like that, then why are you here?
Well, you offered to teach me more magic,
Oh,
so I asked, and I asked if I could stay on board.
I believe that was
Your
granted
crew.
in front of you, Nivara.
Yeah.
Nivara.
no, she meant it's obviously been so
right,
much time.
right,
It
right,
doesn't
right.
make sense.
What do you want, Paula? Like, you just seem to drift.
Well, it would be nice to have something I can call my own. To be actually making my own. So
What, like
do you want to be
objects, relationships? I don't.
anything? Both.
Wait, so your whole life's mission is to have something that you own?
Pretty much since I left home, I've had nothing. Even
Oh my.
people I know are temporary.
Kind of your fault in that, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you want, you've told me before, if you want something, then take it. You keep taking things. I don't see what you could still be wanting.
Well, I have to go back. That's the problem. Back to the Baronet.
But you don't seem to be worried about that.
In fact, you've defended her in our company quite a few times. What do you want, Paula?
I guess I do just want to be free. To get this contract done over.
You just said you were happy.
He's rattling under interrogation. He's returning him.
Literally, you just said you were happy under here. And now your life's goal is to leave. Matt, are you okay?
I think the thing that
I don't fucking know what I'm doing. So,
Okay.
you know.
I just
Tell me
wanted
what
to-
you want,
you're
what you
doing
really,
too
really
well.
I
want.
just wanted to clarify where the issue was.
I
My
mean,
brain
is
no
it
work.
easier, Matt? And I assume Rose will be alright with this as well. If you just say what Paula says, is that easier rather than RP? And would that be easier for your brain?
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, okay.
I think we might
can
need to
leave it
I
here.
I think we need to revisit
Yeah.
this when Matt has a good old think about what the fuck he wants. I think you
Okay,
need to
so
listen to
at
some
this point-
Spice Girls and tell me what you want.
What you really want.
Yes.
So,
Let's get the
I'm
Spice Girls
guessing-
going.
Instead of saying that she wants to be free, I'm guessing Paula just falls silent. And when the silence goes on too long, Naya will instead just be like, okay, well...
Maybe
you
that
feel-
is what she wants. She wants to figure out what she wants.
Yeah, well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Yeah.
the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's part of me, yeah. It's kind
You
of
need
what
to-
I'm going for. What age?
yeah.
You should have just
Okay.
said that.
So, Nivara at this point will say then, Does this satisfy you, Josiah, and your need to try and make this all work?
I think it's Paula needs to figure out what she needs to do with everything. It seems like everything's reactive.
A little. Oh, but I will take that apology now, Paula.
I wholeheartedly apologize for any offence.
Still missing something. Why don't you just tell me you're sorry? Not I apologize, or any of the other fancy words you say. Just speak from the heart, Paula.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Moving on from that.
Now, yeah. Shall we get moving with this to maybe go back to the Wade's Rest? Oh, and
Yeah,
I
we
would
gotta
also
help.
apologise. I did not make this very awkward as well. I didn't mean to come out with so much stuff.
I don't know how to convey body language, but Josiah almost wants to fist bump Navarro in a way.
Just verbally say Josiah holds up a fist with the intention
Well,
of
I
a
think
fist bump.
he realises it's not appropriate right now, but he looks like he doesn't look negatively. Is what he.
Optimistic.
I
Beautiful.
think we need to go and stab some fake pirates with Vlad. That's what we need to do.
Oh, there is a couple of things. I do need to do a little bit of shopping before we do go and run on that. So when we get to the other side, give me like an hour and I'll go pick some stuff up. Excellent. Right, shall we summon all the others? I assume they have had a hearty breakfast and are ready to go. Also, you guys, you do realise it's like 7:15 in the morning and you've just drank about full, like 4 fingers of rum. Just saying.
It's
Kind
a
of
hearty breakfast.
A good point, actually. That's a good point. Ben, make a con save. And Polar, if you were drinking.
I didn't drink all three. I just drank a shot of rum. Sure.
It's alright. You made it sound like it was a lot more. That was all.
No, it was a shot of rum for each.
Exaggerating a little bit because it's first thing in the morning.
Polar's dead. Josiah's fine.
He's done this before. Yeah, you'll do it again.
Day drinking. Well, dawn drinking. It's the new evolution of day drinking. It's dawn drinking. But the party's gathered.
Sorry, Danny.
Go on. No, go on.
I was just saying, Navarre at that point will maybe just turn towards Polo and go, "Oh, maybe you should get some coffee when we get to New Horizons."
I'm not gonna give her like poisoned condition, but yeah,
no.
Pola's not looking. Probably a mixture of the drinking from the night before and maybe a tipple like this morning of like the whatever one glass was put out. Probably looks a little on the pale side, or maybe that was the interrogation. Who knows? But yeah, she doesn't look great. But the rest of the party is gathered and will be brought to the deck where you will eventually be teleporting yourselves. And that is unless anyone else has any urgent business they wish to do on the Call of Chaos. Obviously, I'll rewind if need be, but I'm sure someone will speak up if they need to. And you'll be teleported back to Wade's Rest, which is currently docked on New Horizons post. Obviously, Naivara has explained that she has business she needs to do. She's got a couple of, like... Do you have a list? Do you have a list? Just so I have a rough idea of how much to charge
just send it to you.
Yeah. Okay, because I'm assuming if it's common-y stuff, you can take it from the player's handbook. If it's not in the player's handbook, let me know.
Sound. Yeah, it's just... I just need some clothes and stuff like that, I think, as well. I was going to pick up something else, but what was it? Bear with me a second.
Unless... commonly occurred items, like rations and, like, basic supplies like that, just take it at book price. And obviously, if anyone else wants to take the opportunity as well, while there's a small shopping moment, if anybody else has any items they want to pick up from the markets, even if you want to do it in an RP session, because it's not in the book, like if there's anything anybody would like to shop for, there's an opportunity to do so now.
Whilst I'm wandering around as well, can I pick up a piece of rock or a piece of brick or something like that from one of the buildings? Just something from this location, please.
I mean, yeah, it's easy enough. I'd imagine.
Location.
Yeah. No, there's no point. Yeah, just you find a piece of rubble or rock or something. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I know sometimes it just makes it easier later.
It sounds
down
stupid,
the line
but
if I remember to pick up.
It sounds stupid, but I know why you've done it, so it's fine.
Yeah, and for Naya, she's a smart cookie, you know? Apparently, she's brilliant. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry. The little uncomfortable sound. Oh dear, okay.
If nobody else is leaving the vessel to do any shopping, Montrose will speak to the whatever party members are on the ship, like not to anyone specifically, but generally to you all, because although on paper Josiah is the captain, Montrose and the crew on Wade's Rest refer to all of you as captains in some regard, if that makes sense.
Sorry, before we had left the Call of Chaos, because I just have quickly settled our metal bender, because I'd forgotten to do so. He would have gone with us. I think
we did say he was coming with us.
I think, we didn't touch on it today, but no, you took him with you, and I would imagine, you situated him into a room by himself where he can settle himself and then at his own pace explore the... Well, you'd probably maybe get the Ottos to go in and sort him out and stuff. Like get him indoctrinated with the Ottos and get him used to those.
Josiah would have given him like gas settings so he can't move the ship, but the Ottos would like provide.
They're not going to bludgeon him to death.
Yeah. Or let him starve. Like they will feed him. They
will feed him. They will not murder him, but he can't give them commands
to sail the ship wherever he wants.
Other than like asking for like privacy and basic shit like that.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Montrose will speak to the party. Captains, I have some good news.
Oh.
You told me to hold on to the gold that we earned, and I have managed to organize a carpenter here to work with Dol, and maybe get some internal walls made into the ship.
Oh.
It will diminish our storage capacity, but it is obviously much appreciated.
You think this ship is always going to be running more high-value stuff than large quantity things? It's not.
Yes. We're also looking at maybe even building onto the bow a little bit. I realize this is sounding a bit more German, but I'm trying. At least I'm trying.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's lower. That's it. But we're looking to build on the deck. Maybe have a room or something like this built, or maybe even just bracings for crates, so we can hold crates on the deck, although they are going to be a bit more exposed.
It should be alright if they're in crates. I think that's very good, Montrose. It'll probably give him a slap on the back.
Thank you, Captain.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
What? What else is he going to slap?
His ass! That's what I thought you were going to say.
Okay.
My brain is good.
Capitan,
Here we
you
go.
shouldn't.
Oh, Capitan.
Rose, Navarro's already gone. This is for the people that have remained on the ship.
I'm not here.
Yeah, so why are you saying, can we go? You're gone. You're gone. You're
No.
fine. You're safe.
No, I think she said she's gone. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm gone. Yeah, I'm gone.
Let's
I'm
move on
sorry.
from the fan fiction. Rose is right. Let's move
So,
on.
I don't know how long the work's going to be, but we've at least organized someone here to do some work, so we will be here for probably a few days, maybe.
I think that's excellent. I think looking at the islands, I think. Navarro, was there anywhere in particular you
Navarro's
wanted
not
this?
here.
Oh, she. Ah.
Oh, he turns to see Navarro not there.
Yes.
I offered. Navarro went shopping to get the things she wanted.
Yeah.
And I said, if anyone else wants to go, you can and get things. No one else did, so Montrose started talking to everybody else.
I'll tell you what, Montrose, unless we give you other directions, after you set sail here, I'm intrigued, maybe could you sort of work your way to the southeast of the map? Maybe Scully's Hideaway, Fire Isle kind of way.
I'm sure I can find suitable work. I believe there is a couple of those islands that are inhabited with towns and things. I could see if I could take some supplies from New Horizons here, maybe even going back to Crimson Blossom and then taking some supplies down there.
Yeah, I think that's ideal. I mean, if you can keep an ear out for anything, you're aware of the word elemental, aren't you? What that means?
Yes, I am aware of creatures like this. We encountered some, if you remember, on the south of the Ivory Sands. We encountered some small water weirds underwater.
Well, if there's anything displaying large amounts of elemental magic, we are very interested in that.
Any particular kind?
No, lots of fire, lots of ice, lots of lightning, lots of, there seems to be Fire Isle took my thing, and seems to be something going on with Traveller's Oasis, so I just think, those could be interesting points.
Yes, I don't think with Fire Isle, it's not a...
Just the name, is it?
Well, it's more to do with the people that settled the island initially. Apparently, they were descendants of fire giants.
Ah, okay. Intriguing.
So, that one is a little... Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, yeah, we'll still keep your ears open. Thank you, Montrose.
Right, I will go and inform the carpenters that obviously we're ready to begin the work now, and I will let everybody know in due time when they're back, because some have already left to do work on the island, that we are intending to go south by southeast.
Yes. I'm about to say proceed if you don't see us again, because we might just go straight to the other ship. So just
Understood.
proceed with that plan.
You obviously have your means of arriving, so that's fine.
Aye. Thank you, Montrose. Doing great job.
Yeah. So the rest of the party, this is everyone but Navarro. Do you guys go anywhere or do anything? Or do you literally just wait for Navarro?
I'm guessing the circus is gone now.
The circus is in the current stage of packing up. The ship hasn't left, but the big top in the center of town and everything has been torn down, and it's a lot of carts and going to the main through the main thoroughfare to the docks where it's being loaded back up. They are preparing to leave.
I would ask. I was going to ask Barnett one thing.
Go for it. Barnett is here. I don't know if Liam is.
Yep.
Just be like, how are you finding that suit? Do you need any more threads? Are you alright?
I'm okay. I like it. It's nice. Well, if I'll keep them falling down. Hold on. I need to tighten my nut. There you go.
I beg your pardon?
Oh.
I don't know if that's Liam or Barnett.
I don't know. That's
That was me.
I don't.
Mystery.
Well, How are you getting on with everything?
I'm doing okay, I guess.
Do you want to find the person you were working with before? Or?
Yeah.
We'll hear
Go
back
back
from
to
the
the
market
point.
at some point. Is that what you want to do after this?
What did he say, sorry?
He said, so we should hopefully find out from the market at some point about, where
Oh, yeah.
And then he just asked, like, is that where you want to retire, or that's what you want to do after adventuring, go back there?
Yeah, after we finish here, I would like to go back. It'd be nice.
Interesting. Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm a bit conflicted at the minute, being honest.
Oh. Okay, of course. So both Barney or Sprung.
Wait, did you speak in the third person and go, tell Barnett what's wrong?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I love it!
Oh, Christ. Well, do you know me and Paul are sort of a thing, not a thing?
Yeah, here at night sometimes.
Okay. Well,
The
I'm
few
wondering
wolves.
whether to... yeah. Fair. I don't know if I take that as a compliment or not, but okay. So, I don't know whether to start dating her. I sort of said I was, but I don't think she knows what she wants in anything at all at the minute, so I'm a bit... not sure if I want to do that at the moment. Because I don't know what she... I don't think she knows what she wants.
Oh. Hey, what do you think about waiting a little bit to see if she changes her mind of what she wants?
So maybe not date at the minute and just wait until she makes her mind up about things in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reasonable advice. Thank you, Barney.
No problem. Always here to help.
Thank you, Barnett. And he'll slap him on the ass as he walks. No, he'll slap him on the back as he walks away.
Well, because
Oh.
of how small he is, it's more like the back of the head.
He'll probably ruffle his ears.
I was going to say, I'll cast Mage Hand and do the ass just at the same time.
Why are you there? We discussed this. You can't just insert yourself after.
Why am I feeling two hands? What's going on?
He's not there! You know best while you're there.
Oh, I thought we were still
to
on top.
actively fit yourself into everything.
I thought everyone was still on top deck.
It's kind of assumed you're within reasonable distance of each other. But,
Yeah.
but exactly where, I'm kind of leaving it ambiguous. You know what I mean?
Just talking, we just have a Dax living over the top of us.
Dax watching from afar.
Yeah.
So, obviously time goes by and you guys take a moment, you chat, and eventually Nivara will come back.
Yeah.
Nivara, would you care to indulge us in whatever delicacies you have bought?
Just a load of stuff, basically. I think she's bought more clothes because her clothes keep on getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become a problem now. Like, literally, she buys something and then it gets destroyed, and then she'll buy something new and then it gets destroyed. So she's got a couple of things of clothes. I imagine as well she's got like some strappy things in order to like attach stuff a bit better because she's just been using her bags and stuff like that, and it gets a bit complicated.
Yeah,
so.
just a bit more practicality, because
Exactly.
because you've been getting more used to the archipelago, you're kind of realizing what you should be doing.
Well, this is it. And then so she's got some vials now. She's bought another book as well that she's kind of tucked away, and just some general items, basically. Nothing fancy. Just looks a little different, if that makes sense. A little bit more prepared. Like she's got her hair up as well. She's like fucking yeah. Well, it's dangerous out here. It seems like every time they go into something, she's not prepared. So she just looks a little bit more prepared for action this time.
Well, as you get back, and obviously you're just explaining to the party, like, probably some of the things you bought, and so maybe some of the clothes. Being like, look, A small care package will arrive at the ship, being held by Priscilla. You can see it's a wicker basket that's probably 2-3 foot wide, maybe. It's got like, you know, the little handles, like a proper like. And you'll see it come in, and you'll see like she'll. I'm assuming unless you stop her, she'll just get on board the ship. I'm assuming by the silence, no one stops her.
Yeah, no. You just
No.
yeah. Let Priscilla board, Otto.
Yeah, just you're on
We're
way
not
dressed.
there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Just a real quick answer to Sin, because I'm typing to him, and so while I'm talking to you, he goes, you can't annoy a DM by thinking outside the box, dude, because, trust me, as a DM, we love that shit.
Yeah.
Because creative problem solving to a situation makes interesting roleplay, and it makes memorable moments, and that is what D&Ds are fucking about. Really, really cool, memorable moments that you remember, like, years down the line.
I think the asterisk is use solutions in the world around you. That's amazing for DMs. But if you're like, I pull out a Gatling gun or whatever, then no, that's just a minor asterisk. But like,
I think
that's
I
implied.
agree with what Danny's saying.
yeah,
You know, like,
that's
we
it.
still
If it's in
talk
your
about-
world, then it's amazing.
Obviously, you can't do that within the game's constraints.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's like using the immovable rod to stop the dragon from flying
that was
around.
fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
But either way,
Or holding the Nautiloid together with
Yeah.
just sheer gravitational pull. Stuff like that.
or one shot
Sorry,
in an
what?
elder brain.
Or whatever gets
You gave
us.
me explosive ammo. I was going to use it.
Yeah. But
Yeah. High five!
See, I
But
can do
Priscilla will
something.
jump on board, and I'm glad I caught you all before you left. I mean, I don't think you're leaving today. We are, by the way, but myself, Kevin, and a few members of the circus wanted to bring down a care package for you all as a way of saying thanks. It's not much, but it should do you well. And you'll notice, like, in the top of the basket, there's like fruits and like sweets and bakery treats. It's like food mostly. There are a couple of things underneath that are like wrapped in like paper packaging, but you can't see what they are. A few of the eggs put together that remembered you from Ivory Sands as well. They put in a few coppers and a few silvers here and there, and went and bought some things that I thought you all might enjoy. It's a way of saying thanks, because not only did you help us when we were accosted at Ivory Sands, but you also helped us here with Timbershrike. Which, by the way, he's doing extremely well now. And I can't thank you all enough.
Be more than welcome. I mean,
She will hand it, well, considering you're the
This is very
first one to
kind of
speak,
you.
Priscilla will hand Josiah so you can put one circus care package unless you choose to break it open later.
he's always a little bit not childishly giddy, but he's a little bit giddy. Like, oh, what's these parcels? This is probably never seen a wrapped gift in his life. So he's like, oh, what's
It's
What's
not.
this?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
Poor
not.
little pirate boy. What
It's,
a present.
it's honestly not much,
Sorry.
but it's mostly some sweeter things. Considering you guys all travel so much, I think it'd be nice to have a nice treat once in a while. Maybe a couple of other succulent delights. I even. What is it, Barnett?
You said the
Been
word
Chinese
succulent.
meal?
Yeah, I fucking knew it. He said the word succulent, so Liam's been triggered.
I mean, I don't understand what a Chinese is, but I'm sure there's something in there that's enjoyable for you.
It's all right. Barnett's heard of a succulent Narvastrossen meal before. It's a joke.
Yeah.
I like that. Right. Well, but no, there are some.
Is this really?
There's some
Sorry,
sweets and
go on.
treats in there. There's also a few packages underneath that don't contain food, but might contain other useful things. I may have gotten worried that you were looking for information on some curious places, and well, let's just say some of the people that were at the performance last night were particularly learned, and I was able to put my charms on them, let's say.
You minx, what did you find out?
I will never tell, but maybe the papers in there might. I've got to go because the circus is going to be packing up and we're going to be leaving tomorrow. But obviously I've got to help them pack everything away, make sure everything's ship-shape. But no, please, enjoy it. I probably wouldn't leave the fruits too long because I wouldn't trust them in this heat. You all have a good day. Thank you again.
Thank you, Priscilla, and send our regards to Big Kev.
I definitely will. And she will like kind of like jaunt off with like a. She's got like a bounce.
Sachet, yeah.
I will make sure that no one opens the care package until she's out of sight because it is to be dignified. And then when she's gone, be like,
okay, you tear into that shit.
Yeah, what's inside?
yeah, we got presents.
Yeah.
Why are they in paper?
Rather than doing like specifics, like there is an assortment of fruits and like bakery pastries and things like this that is probably enough to satisfy you all very heartily for like a day or two. Like, and that's assuming everyone gets a piece.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Underneath, you see that there are 3 things wrapped in paper, 2 that look like that are flat and like thin and like rectangular, and then there are 2 square boxes.
Oh, can I open one?
A square box or a flat paper? Well, it's wrapped in paper because you know it's cheap.
No, Jazar's asking that. He hasn't
Right.
a fucking gift before.
Oh,
So which one are you
whichever one
opening?
you want.
Oh, can I open this one?
Open a
What's-
box. Yeah,
I'll
open
a box.
a box. There you
A
go.
box, okay.
So I just pull the paper, right? Is that?
Have you never had a gift before?
No, not wrapped. It seems.
Oh. Yes, you tear into the paper.
No,
Oh,
Lara's gonna
reveal
wrap
the
everything
present
she gives him from now on.
Yeah, yeah. Really.
What, you open it?
Even her cold dead heart.
But the other thing, obviously, you can add to your inventory as well is a wicker basket. Because
Oh.
you got a wicker
I'm
basket.
giving it to Barnet. Barnet can have the wicker basket. It feels so appropriate. If
Yeah.
everyone's okay with that, I think Barnet should have the wicker basket.
I just want to specify it
Yes.
because I just want to specify it because I can guarantee it's going to come in clutch at some point. It's going to be stupid.
Yeah.
He's going to fill it with rocks and use it as a weapon. That's what I
Yeah,
can see
He's going to
happening.
use it as a mini raft. He's small enough to use it as a fucking raft. That's what he's.
Oh,
You
I
open
need
it,
that.
and
Yeah.
inside, what you find is you find a small collection of brass rings, and there is one for each of the party members, and they're all engraved on the inside, not the outside, and you can just see BK, and that's it.
Oh, Big Kev.
So there is brass.
Baron Kennedy.
Oh. That was Big Kev.
So it's
Really?
I
so-
genuinely think she said Ken, and we just misinterpreted.
No, it's
No,
Kev. We said-
I actually realised what the mistake was. His stage name is Baron von Kennedy, but character actual name is Kev. And what it is, in front of the party, Priscilla called him Kevin. And he was like, no, keep to the stage name. But she,
And Desires then called him Big Kev.
yeah,
from then
that's
on.
what
As soon as he
happened.
said no, that's exactly what we called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I
mean,
that's what
to be
happened. I
fair-
actually misremembered.
And also, just to
Yeah, it's
clarify,
really rude.
well, I care about this so much. I checked with Joel last night when he raided Danny's stream.
Really. Honestly, we'll start calling Josiah Leech. See how he likes it. No, I'm kidding. That
Oh.
would probably never happen.
So
But
you
yeah, carry on.
all have one brass ring each for every party member. And they are not perfectly sized, but they are close.
Approximated, yeah.
Yeah,
Brass.
with the engraving of BK on the inside. That is one of the boxes. You have one box and 2 rectangles left.
do we feel like we have to attune to said rings when we put them
No.
on? No. Oh, okay. Someone else want to open a gift?
I'm gonna say 7
Yeah,
magical
I'm going to
rings
open
isn't
one
a
of
cheap
the.
gift.
No. Oh, live in hope.
I'm going to open one of the 2 rectangle packages that look like they might have paper or knowledge book in them.
That knowledge.
Knowledge.
Surprisingly, one of them is like pressed between 2 pieces of like thin like wood that's been like shaved. It is inside a letter, and it's handwritten, and it explains that there has been some art, and this is from a university. This is a letter from like a learned university. It doesn't mention where, but you can guess by, especially Nivara could guess from some of the wordings where it's talking about professors and wanting to bring students over for archaeological research, where a quarry has been opened, and it just specifies to the east, and there has been some archaeological finds there, and they have requested that the quarry pauses while people can discover what is there before it is destroyed.
So a quarry to the east?
Mhm.
Does it mention east of Archipelago or just east?
This looks like it's a letter that was maybe
the
sent
island.
back to the university or something, where it's assumed they already know where they are. It just says
And
east.
a quarry where
There is a
they
small
said to
quarry.
stop what?
Yeah, there is a small stone quarry where archaeological discoveries have been found, like under the earth, and they'd had them stop working so they can send over some students to do some research.
I believe Paula had heard something about a quarry.
Yeah. No. It wasn't a established. It was some dwarves digging. Some.
You're cutting out so much, Matt. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
My
I can't
Discord
really hear you very well.
The dwarfen quarry wasn't a properly established, was it?
No, they were looking to set up one.
Ah. I mean, it's easy. Are you telling us this, Paula? Not Paula, Nivara. I'm doing this again. Got the Danny curse.
Yeah, I
Nivara
imagine
telling
that
us,
Naya's literally come up to just like hit him in the arm and then like shoved it in front of his face and been like, read.
Wow. Well,
Look,
this is. I'm sure we can ask around for a quarry that stopped work and we can find it. It must be on this island if this is where Priscilla's got it.
is the writing on the is it common?
Yes.
Can I guess where it's been sent to? Can I guess that at all? Can I understand like
It has
is
no,
there any specific
it doesn't-
names?
It does have a name. It has the person's to and from.
Okay.
The person that wrote this letter has signed it off as Cynthia. And it seems to be addressed to a Professor Horton. If you wish, obviously it's going to be a very difficult check, but you may do a history check to see if you've ever heard of Professor Horton.
If that's okay, I do know that obviously I
Wouldn't
think
have asked.
specified.
It's-
Well,
it's
also
gonna
I
be
kind
hard.
of moved from. Yeah, I get it. Very difficult. I think the only reason I would kind of maybe know if I got a high enough check would be from the fact that I did spend a lot of time in my youth lecturing at universities.
Well, that's kind of
things.
why, because you have connections to
Yeah.
university and stuff. And thank you, Fib, for the prime, bud. I appreciate it, man.
That'd be a 21.
It's not enough, unfortunately.
No, I knew it was a slim chance, but still.
Yeah, no, 21 is a very good roll, but it's unfortunate.
25 and up. I get
yeah,
it,
I knew
get
you
it.
had it in you, that's why I asked, because I knew you had it high. But It's very clearly the way the letter is structured. This is basically like, you know, those universities where they have sites around the world where they send students to learn. And they've obviously discovered something here and they want to send students here. This is basically a letter reporting back saying, yeah, we've found something, send some people over. Do you know what I mean?
Send dudes.
Yeah.
And it's either the way. So you say that the way that it's structured is if they know where east is, so it's been found off to the east. I think that means Eastern
What
Archipelago.
it's saying that from the east of here we have found something. Like, here is implied.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What it is, it's implied that whoever's reading the letter knows where this Cynthia is. So, to the east of Cynthia, there is something. Does that make sense?
Priscilla got it from this island, so...
Everything in this basket was procured from this island, as far as Priscilla has said.
Okay. So it might be that Paula's information was true then. Not that it wasn't true, but maybe be something more than what we originally thought. Or something. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so after
we can pick
north,
this.
we can go east. Yeah.
Kraken. Yep. Does someone else want to open the other box or the other paper?
I'll open the box.
What's in the box?
Also, I think I heard Matt drop out. Is he back?
Matt?
No.
No.
Oh, Matt!
Inside this next box is a small pouch that's like designed to fit on like a belt loop. It's probably the size, half the size of an apple, maybe.
They're a little side bag.
You look in it, and it's black inside. You can't see inside.
Oh. It's just complete darkness.
Yeah, like a void.
The bag's broken.
Barnett.
I would say.
Put your hand in.
Well, it's only big enough to really get like 3 fingers in, like to pinch. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Way!
Because I'm talking like a pouch that like sits in the palm of your hand. Do you know what I mean? So like it's something you like literally get like you get like your index finger and your middle finger and your thumb, and you kind of like pinch into the bag, if that makes sense. And it fits on a belt. It's got the loop. But yeah, Barnett says the baggie is broken, and Naivara, do you want to repeat your line?
Put your hand in it. Well, your finger. Yes.
I'll put my finger in it.
Just one?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little bunny man. He probably could put his whole fist in. Like.
Yeah, you put your finger in, and it disappears.
Oh. It's come off.
You pull your hand down, it's back.
Oh. I can do magic. Have a go. Put it in. And offer it to Naivara. To put a finger in it.
I'll take it. Can I tell? Is this some sort of extra-dimensional space? Can I like tell if there's any writing or anything on the drawstring bag?
It is a plain pouch.
Plain pouch.
Do you put your finger in?
Yeah, I'll put my finger in.
And like what you saw with Barnett, your finger goes into the blackened void and disappears.
Can I feel anything if I wiggle my finger around?
Nope. But it feels bigger inside than it does on the outside. Like, from what it looks on the outside, it feels bigger on the inside.
Can I turn it upside down, not tip it out, and just kind of shake as if I'm trying to get money out of it? Like, can I pull out like a copper or something?
There's the key word. You try to pull something from the bag. That's the thing I was looking for.
Okay, yeah. So I pull out something.
A small clump of popcorn.
Oh, for fuck's I'll fuck it up, Paula.
It is a pouch of infinite popcorn.
Yay!
Hey.
Use
Does
that at a
Paula
point at some
take it?
point.
I chucked it at her, so I hope she captures it. She's very dexterous, right?
Yeah,
Probably
definitely.
catch it. Pouch.
But with the popcorn that you did take out, you notice that the pouch has shrunk ever so slightly. Like it doesn't look as bulbously full.
I'll give the
Pouch
popcorn
of
to
almost
Barney at that
infinite
point.
popcorn.
Yeah.
Basically, you'll figure it out eventually. It recharges at dawn. There's a finite amount of popcorn in there. Then, come
And it
dawn,
replenishes.
it replenishes to whatever the maximum quantity is.
But he's not unlimited. That's false advertising.
It is unlimited, but
It
you are
is.
limited
Well-
per day.
I'll pull a handful of popcorn out. Like, see, this is what magic is for.
I'm going to open the other
I mean, it's
set
infinite
of
food.
papers. It is
Right.
infinite food. That is true, but we only have a limited amount each day. So pace yourself. We don't want you getting sick from too much popcorn.
I'm gonna have to. I wonder at
Oh,
what
dear.
point in the campaign I'm gonna have to roll diabetes.
Oh,
so,
yeah, it's addicted
like at
to
what
sweet
point am I gonna
treats.
have to? Yeah, like a chronic addiction to sweets and diabetes.
It's all teeth cavities.
my
If you
goal
keep
now is to
afflicted.
kill a monster with it.
Oh God.
Thinking outside the
How do I
box.
defeat a monster with it?
Guess it dies choking on popcorn. Airways blocked.
Popcorn lung.
Popcorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
The final package, which is the last that looks like paper.
The papers. Yeah.
You notice it's a small. Excuse me, I got a burp. A small leather-bound book. It looks to be about A4 size, but it looks incredibly thin.
I'll crack it open.
Okay. You crack it open, and inside you find, because when you open it, it's completely blank. But you, as a very learned and very magical, intuitive person, notice that there's something obfuscating potentiality in the book. Illusion magic is essentially blocking something.
Oh. So you mean that illusion magic is
illusion?
making it seem blank?
Yes. Something is
Go on.
blocking you reading whatever.
Show me how to get rid of the illusion. Paula?
I don't know dispelling magic, but I'll have a look. Yeah, with my knowledge of specifically illusion, I figure out a way to turn it off.
Make an Arcana check.
Mhm.
40.
You begin to attempt to try and maybe like press through whatever illusion he's holding, this book and its secrets. However, it looks to be a little more complex than you are currently aware of being able to diffuse, and you can't crack it. Not at this time, at least. However, you may be able to try again some other time.
Could I give it a go?
Yeah,
Sure.
Because it comes back tonight. Why not?
I'll mention like normally as soon as you spot an illusion. Well,
Like gifts? Please, no, I want my gift.
22.
Ooh, shit. That'll do it. What you do?
I do look a little bit kind of like sorry towards Paula. Like I give her a look of, didn't mean to upstage you.
I will-
The book.
Paula will shrug back. It's like you're the teacher. I'm the student.
I will firstly specify that as it begins to reveal itself, you notice incantation script, runic markings and diagrams, but these are not scrolls that you're able to copy from. This is more of a mechanical explanation. What you notice this book seems to be, and I'll get to another point in a second, it seems to be essentially a one-use book to cast a spell. Pressing in and looking at the specifics, it looks like a book that has the ability to cast Wall of Fire. Hello, honey. How you doing?
So it's like a spell scroll, but it's a full
But it's not one that you're able to copy from.
behind.
Because,
Oh, it's one use Wall of Fire.
because on the front cover that was blank, you see a name. Specifically, the property of. And do any of you guys here speak Dwarven?
No.
No, but I can.
Hold on.
No, sorry.
Give me a bit of time and I can speak any language.
I'll
So,
cast
if-
comprehend languages then.
Comprehend languages.
Are they used for my what?
You know that this book used to belong to a person by the name of Fafnir Bolthand. I'll put it in the chat. And again, Han, thank you. I do appreciate the subscriptions. Fafnir Bolthand. This book used to belong to that person. Yeah, Ben, Twitch babies. It's the 9-month anniversary of like
Oh, makes sense.
9 months to make a baby. 9
Well,
months.
Hanny
to
was announcing something, or you were announcing something with Hanny. I was like, what's
Well,
going on?
considering she's telling me we made a Twitch baby, I'd be very concerned and more.
Yeah, that's why I was
I'd be
just
more
like,
worried
I need
about our
context.
husband.
Yeah, no, he'll be cool. I'd be concerned about. I just
Yeah.
wanted information.
Right, no, but no, it's a thing that I know you're not used to because you don't watch a lot of Twitch outside of me, do you?
No.
I'll be cool.
Oh,
Cool. On that note, I'm going to tuck the spell book away.
fair enough. Obviously, name it like however you wish, like Fafnir's spellbook or whatever.
Yeah, I'd relay the information.
Oh, do you want to keep it a bit? I'm very sorry, but I think this should be with me.
No, that's fine.
So,
Cool.
to recap,
Unless anybody else maybe wants it.
all of your
Yeah.
gifts,
Go on, Danny.
you had a selection of fruits and pastries. You had a set of 6 rings. I forget how many people are in this party. All with the inscriptions. 6 Brax rings. All the inscriptions of BK. You also had.
We did not call anyone then.
No, you haven't.
They just don't need a tune.
There's no feeling of attunement, no. 6 brass rings with BK. You have a pouch of limitless popcorn. You have a letter from a university explaining about archaeological finds near a quarry to the east. And you have a book that gives you the ability to cast Wall of Fire once. Not bad from a circus.
Not bad at all.
So, with that out of the way, Vlad, are you taking us to your home, or are we going to look for these fake pirates?
I have no issues taking you wherever you want to go on this island. Within reason, of course.
That seems what we all want to do. Get you some
We'll have a
justice.
nice day trip out.
It sounds like it to me. Lead the way then, I guess. Is it north somewhere by the sounds of it?
North.
How long would it take walking, Danny, or would it be quicker by boat?
No, you'd be quicker walking. Well, it's not quicker, but it's easier.
Alright.
Because the docks up there aren't as big. They're more for smaller fishing vessels.
Mm.
But it's only a few miles. It's not terribly far. It's like a tiny village outside of the main town. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah, easy enough. You guys make your way out of the town, heading northwards and start heading towards there. Is there anything you guys wish to do or discuss on the way?
I've been looking for... Sorry?
You want a popcorn fight?
Oh, my life.
I'm the one with all the ammo. Do you really want to? Do you really want that fight?
What with popcorn?
Fighting with popcorn. Are we not like all adults?
Let's just leave the children be, I think.
Oh my god, they all need punishment at some point. So
Let's
they can
stop off
learn.
at the tavern. Yeah, let's stop off at the tavern, let the children have their play fight and get it out of their system before we set off then.
Yeah, you can stop off at the Bees Wings. I hear they've got like a children's play pit.
There we go.
Soft play, there you go.
Right. Okay, so we're going to have an hour of downtime whilst they all burn off some energy? Or are we just
Well,
going to
if
get
it
the
gets-
fuck on with
Let's
what we're
just-
trying
let's
to
just-
do?
Right, as captain, this seems ridiculous. Let's go.
Okay, oh, no.
Any time I'm using my authority is this. Let's just start walking.
Damn it.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Okay.
Right, so the children have been told off, we're moving on.
We might be adults,
Oh,
but fighting with
popcorn.
popcorn is fun. No, it's not. Popcorn is sticky. That's hacky.
What
No.
do you mean?
Only
What are you
that.
doing? Oh, Danny.
What?
What have you been doing to the popcorn?
Sweet popcorn is always sticky, Liam. What the fuck do you mean?
So we're walking, Danny. How long does it take us to walk?
About 2-3 hours most.
Okay.
So I've been looking for signs of these bandits raiding, all these pirates raiding and stuff. So, do you know what I mean? If that makes sense, just in case it's. So
Well,
be
this
keeping
is
my eye out.
Well, this is just dirt trails to the village.
Mm.
It vaguely follows the coastline, but you're not on the coastline. You're going through like a meadow. Yeah, but no one. Yeah, but you don't just eat salty popcorn on its own. Gotta have it with sweet. The travel is easy. It's not dangerous, and it's fairly open, thankfully. So keeping an eye out for any potential danger. I'm not going to make you roll for it because you can see quite. If anything was to come at you, you would see it from quite a distance. A distance where I would deem you would have more than enough time to prepare. But eventually you will start to see the small outcroppings of buildings, where you'll start to see roofs coming into clear vision. Predominantly, a large church in the centre of town, where you can probably see as you're all approaching a collection of no more than 50 buildings max, where the central building is a large bell tower of the church.
Oh my god.
What?
My computer's just started updating.
Yeah.
I heard you mouth, oh my god, I was like, wait, it's not that impressive, is it?
You might say that church is
That's
happy
my
to be
computer.
home.
It's just like, please keep your computer on. You're 24% now. I'm like, oh my god, what a time to update.
It's alright,
I mean,
I
I
thought
was
something had
gonna-
happened. I was really
I was going to ask Naya a question at some point this session if you need a minute. I don't.
Please do, because I've nearly finished my food.
Okay. As the sort of walking, Josiah will sort of mosey alongside Naya and be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know
What?
that you liked Polar."
Oh, it was. I fear that you all have a really weird conception of attraction and romance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you are human, so it's bound to be
Well,
a thing. But
I think I was going to talk to her, and I think she might need a week or two to figure out, and then if she wants something with me, then she can ask me. I think that's what I'm going to do.
wait, Wait, you two are actually in a relationship and not just sleeping together?
I think we were starting to think about dating after the circus.
Oh. Okay.
But it seems she doesn't know what she wants. I kind of want her to think about what she wants and if she wants this or me or
Why?
why.
Do you want to be in a relationship with Paula?
I don't know really. I find her interesting, but I think I think I wanted to start dating her to see if I wanted a relationship with her. If you know what I mean. It's only been sort of physical. So
I just
far.
want to point out Danny's back at full operational capacity.
Excellent.
Okay. So you wanted to start dating her to see if you wanted to start dating her?
Well, you date people to see you want to be in a relationship with them, don't you?
Oh dear. Okay. I think you need to do this journey by yourself, Josiah. Obviously with Paula, if that is what you decide to do. But I just mean, if I tell you what I actually thought about it, I don't think...
No, everyone else has told me to break up with her, so I suspect you'd do the same.
Sorry?
Well,
What do you mean?
No, so Bonnet said, yes, give her time. Big Kev said, don't have workplace relationships. And Priscilla said to communicate openly about your intentions.
Oh.
So I'm trying to openly communicate thing. I don't know about Big Kev's advice, but I think it needs to be delineated because I don't want to. If we do go out, I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore.
Do you have romantic feelings for Paula?
Yes.
That's all you need to know. People will tell you different things, but the only person you can trust is yourself in this world.
True.
Use your gut and your mind and your heart, and that is all that you can do. Be sure in your convictions, and if, being with Paula is one of those things, do it.
I think I just need to know she wants it as well.
Oh no, I definitely think it's doomed to fail, but, good luck!
Wait, what? And I guess she's walked off ahead at that point. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Approaching to the village, and again,
Thank you.
Yeah, approaching to the village, and you can see that there is. It is good advice, and then that was a bang. Yeah, Hanny appreciates Novara's relationship advice.
Yeah.
Love triangle.
Nice straight talking. Yeah,
can see a
I
number
don't
of,
know if it's a love triangle. We'll talk about it after session.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess right now, the inter-party relationships.
Okay.
But you can see as you're getting closer that the buildings are all made of wood, like none of them are made of stone. The church, however, is made of stone. But you can see small pontoons with like small rowboats and things like this. Nothing too big. I think probably the biggest vessel is probably about 20 foot long, and it's more of like a canoe, if anything. But it's got it's obviously wide enough to have storage for like catch and like whatever they get on the day. It is predominantly a fishing village, and it very much has that aesthetic. And you can see that there are people loading carts, because this is, don't forget, the now mid-morning, sorry, not afternoon, because you guys left relatively early. And you did see them prepping carts full of fresh fish and various produce ready to take to the main town in New Horizons. Walking past, you get like relatively curious looks, but then obviously seeing Vlad with recognizable vestiges, people don't really bat too much of an eyelid. They just assume, oh, you've been accompanied by the clerics, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because there's not too many people outside of people who live on the island that tend to come to this outpost here because the primary purpose of it is produce. It's not anything for tourists. It doesn't have any real infrastructure. Like, that's about it. Now, Vlad, you've got a couple of options of where you would like to lead the party. There is a tavern that's here that you remember drinking, but there is only one in the entire place. There is a couple of small market stalls, but they really only sell the bare necessities. There's not like a textiles vendor and things like that. It's like there is food, there is firewood, there is maybe implements, and like someone who offers repairs on like pots and things like that. You also have the church. Where would you like to take the party?
I'd like to go to the church. It's obviously where I was raised the majority of my life.
Fair enough.
And I'd like to pay my respect to the local priests and all that, so...
Making your way through, like I said, it's not a very big village. I think you can probably see stand on the edge of the village and see the furthest buildings away, because they're not all densely packed together. They're quite sparse.
Mm.
But you're able to make your way through. The church is in as rough centre as can be. And the doors, the one door is open, the one door's shut, and you can head inside and you will see that it's quite empty at the minute, but you'll notice that there are a couple of, forget the name, not priests, like, not monks either, but like, you know, the people, like the servants that like clean and stuff, but they're not just called cleaners.
Acolytes.
That's the word, thank you. You can see a couple of acolytes that are obviously cleaning the chambers and stuff of the main hall. And obviously with your vestiges, you are spotted and you are given some respectful nods and greetings. Greetings, cleric.
Greetings, yes.
After a few moments, you'll notice one of the younger looking clerics that's actually overseeing these guys cleaning the chambers will kind of put a hand up in acknowledgement and then start making his way over to you. Good afternoon, cleric. Didn't expect to have any visitors here so soon.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm just passing through, really, and thought I'd pop in to pay my respects.
Right, well, we muchly appreciate that. Obviously, we have plenty of space for yourself, and if anyone else wishes to join to do prayer.
Thank you.
If you need anything, let us know.
I'll definitely head over for prayers, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
What does the
and
party...
I'll turn around to the group and say, if I remember correctly, restrooms that side, they are very basic.
Confessions the other.
Oh, it's literally a hole in the floor, but don't worry. But I'm just going to do some prayers. Feel free to take a look around. And I'd turn around. Please don't steal anything.
Paula puts her hands
I'll meet you at the tavern. I'm going to go to the tavern. I don't do well with church. Just saying.
That's absolutely fine. I'm happy to meet whoever there.
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
Okay, so
yeah, let's have a drink.
Everyone else is going to the tavern.
I expected as much, to be fair.
After you've completed your prayers, Carl, is there anything else you do in the church?
I'd like to see if there's any, obviously, familiar faces.
Okay. There are a couple of recognisable faces. Like, I'm not going to obviously just make up names on the spot. But there are people that you recognise, that people of a similar... that were of a similar rank when you were here, but you notice that some of them have obviously proceeded to a slightly higher level than you are now, because obviously they've got direct servitude here, whereas obviously you've been out and busy.
Yeah.
You do notice at one point, you do see Alexander, like, in the... you don't see him, sorry, you hear him. You hear his voice talking as it's echoing down the hall, as he's obviously talking to one of the clerics.
I'll definitely go over.
Yeah, so like going
once
into one of the back
once it's
doors,
finished,
and
yeah.
literally because you're wearing the vestiges, no one bats an eyelid, no one goes to stop you. Whereas if
Mm.
the entire party was to follow you, there'd probably be a bit of a, sorry, staff only. But no, you're able to walk down, you follow the voice, and you see sat behind a desk talking to a young acolyte. You can see Alexander. But you notice that he looks a little dinged up at the minute, but doing all right. And you can hear that he's talking about what they're going to do for an upcoming ceremony where they hope to get everyone in the village to attend and like kind of a communal atmosphere. And obviously seeing you in the doorway, he'll go, my God. Vlad, didn't expect to see you back so soon. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I've been journeying around, but my travels brought me back, and I couldn't not really come back and say hello.
No, of course, but it is massively appreciated. How have your travels been faring?
It's been difficult at times. I'm with a current party. They've just popped to the local tavern just to get some refreshments while I'm here. It's been very difficult though. I will admit I have missed home more than I thought I would.
I hope your difficulties haven't been too prominent and you've managed to figure ways around them, right?
Well, I believe my faith has been tested on multiple occasions, but I've tried to keep strong and follow the teachings.
That's good. That's good. So, have you any other reason? Have you to pop in? Do you need anything? Have you met any of the other disciples?
I've seen a few faces. I haven't really spoken to any yet, but like as I said, as I was here, I wanted to come back.
Right.
It might be remote and little out of nowhere, but it's still home.
No, definitely. And he'll kind of stand up and he grabs like his side and winces a little bit as he stands up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good.
What troubles you?
Vagrants. Ran into a spot of bother going to one of the houses and let's just say we had some ne'er-dwells. Don't worry, it's fine.
When did this happen?
About 3-4 days ago, maybe. One of them managed to catch me with a nick on the side with a blade, but I'll get through.
And you haven't been healed?
It's difficult, the process. It's not healing per se as easy as we'd expect, but keeping on top of it as best as we can.
I'm more than happy to offer a heal. Do you feel that would be helpful?
I mean, you're more than welcome to look if you think you can, but most of the other clerics here have had a look and they're not too sure. And he will kind of like part the robe to the side and like you'll see there's like bandages that have got like some mottles of blood that have like started to soak through. And you'll notice it's like a circular puncture, but you'll notice some of the veins around have like started to go like really dark and angry.
Can I do a check on it to see if I have a feeling I know where it is, if that's okay?
Please do. Medicine check would be the ideal one. He'll talk to you as you're like kind of looking. Yeah, they came after me when I was doing a house visit because they were talking about wanting one of the breastplates that we've got here that we've had blessed for someone else.
Right, medicine.
We've been holding on to it ready for delivery, but yeah, they caught wind of it somehow and wanted it for themselves. It looks like a nasty infection. It definitely doesn't look like a wound that's healing, and it looks slightly necrotic. It is reminiscent of a lady you helped in New Horizons post.
I was about to ask that. Is it similar to that?
It's reminiscent, yes.
I'm just trying to remember. trying to remember which one it was. It's not cure wounds, healing word, mate. What's that one? No, it's not that one. Private. No. No. Oh my god. So I'm just going through all my spells again to try.
Well, yeah, I can almost
I
imagine.
think it was.
You kind
There we
of,
go. There we go.
I was going to say, you kind
Lesser
of like, no,
restoration.
not that one, not that one, not that one.
Yeah.
Bang! And that is the right one, you are remembering correctly.
Yeah.
And you do remember that, and the thing is, it's a little upsetting noticing a very similar wound, considering you learnt through Nivara the potential fate of someone that doesn't get this cured.
Yeah.
And it'll go on to explain that, like I said, I'll explain it in just plain words rather than his, because obviously he's got pained words and he's like mumbling a little bit because he's like jumping from bit to bit. But essentially, the breastplate was brought here with the intention of having it blessed by one of the clerics here, which it has been, and it has been enchanted as such. They're waiting for it to be picked up, but the problem is the Kraken group here has gotten word of it and learned that it was potentially powerful and wanted it. So basically, they jumped him outside of a house when he was doing a house visit. Managed to get a nick in, but he managed to get away relatively unharmed apart from that. But with the lesser restoration, you're able to kind of put mind to it and put focus to it and like put a warmth through. And you'll start to watch as the colour in the veins around the wound start to go back to more of a natural skin tone and then like disappear into the flesh to not be seen. And you'll notice that the wound doesn't close up from this, but you'll notice a lot of the necrosis and the black and the angry infections just starts to dissipate. Oh, blimey. By the light, that was refreshing.
I'd obviously hand over that I felt it was poison, and that's why it wasn't healing as well.
Yes, well, a couple of the people here that have the ability to heal, they did cure wounds, but it wasn't working. But obviously, if that was the case, then that would certainly explain a lot. Troubles me, though, that they're starting to use implements to cause this.
Yes, it's quite concerning. They must be dealt with once and for all.
Problem is, at the moment,
Have you rallied the town's guard?
the militia here are on alert, but the problem is, from what I've understood, they're in hiding at the moment, and they're moving from house to house. It's hard to really tell, and unfortunately, it's hard to know if they're being hidden.
You mentioned the breastplate they were after. Did they get it, or is it still...
No, the breastplate was being held here, but they pressed me to get information on where in the church it was, and I managed to get away and not give them any information. They know it's in here, but they don't know where.
Yeah.
It's for the breastplates for the Baroness, the fleets in the archipelago.
I think I know me and my friends here might be able to help with this.
The Baroness, or
What I'm going to do, the Kraken group out here.
No, I mean you don't have to, but it would be useful to have them removed.
Yes, I will return once I have some more information. I'm just going to pop back to them.
Well, thank you again, the lad. It is appreciated, and it's good to have someone with more experience in the healing arts, at least with more access to a varied array of abilities than just what we have here at the moment. Otherwise, it could have gotten quite nasty.
If it wasn't for you pushing me to be the best I could be, I wouldn't be here. So
It is appreciated.
not a problem.
Go be with your friends, and I'll obviously be here if you need. I may have to do a couple of visits here and there, but that's it.
Be careful.
Of course.
Right. I'll start heading back over to the tavern.
Which
so
you know where it is, but the party don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a very big place, but it'll take them a few minutes to have a little wander around, because you would expect a lot of the amenities and services like that to be fairly central and all together to make it easier. But no, what you actually notice is by tavern, I mean it's somebody who has taken their home and has repurposed the front of it into a proper shop frontage. It's in the middle of like a lot of the houses, but you can see that there are some wooden stools and some really basic tables outside for more like an alfresco experience. And then inside, which it's not very big, it's probably 20 foot by about 15 foot most. It's a large living room with what looks like a kitchen that's had the wall knocked in, so the kitchen living room together, and you can see that there are pots and pans like clanking away in the back behind a bar, and you can see a young wife and husband that are currently serving drinks at the bar to probably about a dozen patrons. You guys obviously walk in and find yourselves a seat, and I would imagine go to the bar to order drinks, which is easy enough to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you guys would like to do during that time?
Dax, can you play us some tunes or do some card readings? Lord.
Yeah.
God, reading.
Play some music for the time being and then do some card readings later.
Hey, make a performance check on the music. Do you get the other question is, do you just sit in your seat and just pluck away at an instrument, or do you actually like get up and do a performance?
No, just sit there, plucking away.
Yeah, so obviously you sit there quite calm and collected, and you just a gentle melody like just floats across the room, and it's nice. And a lot of people, like you'll notice that people are talking amongst each other, but like a lot of them have shifted in their seat to half watch you. They're not like on a proper stage performance, but they are like giving you the respect of you're playing an instrument extremely well, and they want to listen, and you can see that there's a lot of like smiling faces, and they're enjoying it. It's a nice experience because there was no music like that before in the room.
Not like the last time I did it.
We're not going to go there, Adam, because I practically hit you in the face with a dozen hints and you didn't take any of them.
Yeah.
Sort of hidden by the music then a little bit. Now I will lean like towards towards Josiah. I'm getting the confused in my head, bear with me. And we'll kind of ask, like, kind of hidden by the music a little bit. Would it have stopped you?
Yes.
Really? Interesting.
It seems.
That's it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No, you can carry on if you want to.
I wasn't sure she just like
you want to.
darted away after. No, you'd just be like.
No.
Well, yours seemed more calculated than mine. Like you wanted more romantic, more planned. Mine was just a blundering. So.
I thought she was different. If I'm
What
quite
way?
honest. More like me. It
Like-
gets quite lonely, as you can imagine.
Like, doesn't like men, or more wizardly, or
Wait, what do you mean? Do you think I don't like men?
who would blame you after the experience you had?
Oh dear. I don't see gender.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
I
that's
am more attracted to people who I believe to be powerful, if I'm quite honest.
so you thought
Or
she was more
dangerous.
like you. I get that.
That's why she don't like you.
I would like to add, she has only ever been asked once, and that was a very long time ago, so we're not going there yet. Don't assume. Anyway, what were you going to say? Sorry, Ben.
It would just be like, so more wizardly or more powerful.
More wanting more, if that makes sense.
I get that.
It's nothing against Waller. She is actually quite kind and sweet. I do understand why you are drawn towards her, but
I was.
Just need a bit of an edge.
Yeah, I agree. She's not usually. I think I wanted to try something new because otherwise I'd just been in the spiral of liking dangerous people and it not going well.
Okay,
So-
let me ask, when was the last time you ended up in a relationship with somebody who was dangerous and it didn't go well?
He probably shows a few scars from like angry women he's like had like a romance with for like a week or two, but there's no one like. It's not been a relationship. You realise it's been like a week of romance or something, and then
Oh dear.
it's very surface level.
Okay, this is going to be a lot coming from me, but you think too much.
Ah, interesting.
I just mean, you seem to have made up these, what I would generally call a fling, into a full-blown romance, and thought that that is the reason why you shouldn't go down that route. And just, as I said earlier, if you want to be with somebody, be with that person. Stop thinking.
I just don't know who she is. Like I thought I wanted to be with her, then I just don't know who she is.
Well, what do you like about her?
Well, I liked the sort of daring, piratey aspects of her, but then I don't think that's real.
Oh.
I don't know.
Do you think it's all a
Because
front?
I think she changes to meet. She clearly. All I keep thinking in my head is she's like. She drifts on the tide. Because that's what she's used to. She drifts on the tide, so wherever the tide goes, she goes there because that's the safest route. Isn't it? If you don't want to be spotted, you go along with the current.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the current, so it feels a bit weird. Like, I'm pushing her along. And
Oh.
from a history of liking dangerous, powerful women, it feels odd.
To now find yourself wanting someone who's not?
I like her. I like her. It feels uncomfortable, her drifting, and I don't want...
Oh, you want her to be a little bit more forceful in bed.
Whoa! It's like, oh, well, I meant more just like in anything. Like, I feel like if I asked her something, she wouldn't. She would go along with it, even if she didn't do it, like that fire. Like, and I feel like she might get that fire. Like, I don't think she will. It's just that's why I haven't called it off right away, because I do feel like there is something there. She just needs time and space.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, do you know that Priscilla thought we were a thing?
I'm sorry?
Yeah,
I didn't.
no. When I asked her for advice, she was like, "Oh, the wizard," because I said I
Hello,
was.
wizard.
But she's not a wizard, and that's not what Priscilla meant.
Damn.
And Naya, we know Naya was asking that because she knew that already. She just wanted that.
No, I didn't know any of this. So, obviously Rose knows.
This is.
I
I'm
was
gonna say
here,
this.
but
That
Naya
is the
doesn't.
first time that's come out not privately to
Yeah,
Josiah.
yeah. But like Nova was like, "I am clearly the wizard." I just want you to reiterate that. Is what I felt.
Oh, yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am the
Why?
wizard.
I am the wizard.
Wait, so she thought that we were a thing?
Mm.
Why?
Because she picked up that I like dominant, powerful women, or powerful women.
Women that can dominate you physically or
Oh.
mentally is what was the
Yeah, women that can dominate me mentally or physically. That's what I'm attracted to.
But you are not attracted to me. We know this. You're obviously clearly attracted to Paula. I mean, you slept with her about 3 days when she was on the boat, so. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you are attractive. I'm not saying you're not. Like, but that's.
What?
I am a Jolf and I'm digging a hole.
he's like, I don't. It's just like, this week is.
Oh. Okay. This feels really weird now, seeing as I feel like every conversation that you and Fuller have ever had has been about me. As I don't know if I'm getting too involved in your relationship, and I might need to pull back a little.
No, I don't know if there's a relationship. How do you know we've been talking about you?
Because every single time you have a conversation that I can see in the distance, next thing I know, I'm brought into a room with the two of you.
Yeah.
The polycule
And you
is
tell
real,
me.
everybody.
Legitimately, you tell me immediately afterwards. You were like, "Oh well, I was talking with Paula, and it's always about me." So
it does feel like we've ended up in some cycle of all talking about each other, which isn't helpful.
But
yeah,
as you guys are talking,
I'm about to say,
Dax,
this is going to take sessions. This is sessions in the building. This ain't going to get sorted soon.
Dax, you do manage to finish the small performance that you wanted to do, and you get like a residual applause from the room and offers of buying you a drink as like, you know, it was pretty good.
Thank you.
Moving on to the second part of what you wished to do, which I will say probably at about this point is when Vlad will start to turn up any point now. You did say you wished to do some card readings, did you not?
Yes, the other one.
The question is, who?
I volunteer if no one else will.
I volunteer as tribute, please, me.
Yeah, last time I got a fucked up ritual, but I'm putting my name out there. I mean, there will be other names. Yeah, I want a real please distract me from this torment.
I want a real boy.
Please, Adam, I need to go. Tell me what's going on. Let the cars decide. Oh dear. It's become really warm.
No.
So, if you offer, Naya will put her name. I mean, I'm more than happy if someone else wants to take it. I just didn't know if anybody else was going to want one.
I'm happy to.
I mean, I'm not gonna. You can't do the same person multiple times, but I will allow Adam to do readings for multiple characters. But I'm not. The one thing I won't allow is spamming the same person. But I will.
Yeah.
In a few sessions.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. And obviously, I won't allow you to do every single person in one go. But if you want to pick 2 or 3 people, you can do those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense for Naya as a redo anyway, because of
how it got messed up a little bit. Yeah, which is fine. So
yeah,
let's start with Nivara, and
maybe
then if you
Paula.
Let's start with Nivara, and then if you want to do anyone else, obviously you'll have the time to think, and if anyone wants theirs doing, you can. So you lay the cards out, and again, given you've made yourself to be an interesting folk now in the room, but watching you lay out these tarot cards and obviously do the rituals and the ceremonies that require you to get in tune with the cards is gathering interest, and people are very quiet. Now the chat is going down to like a mumble and a murmur as people are just watching. The first card that gathers your attention, but as you grab it, you notice that the card is extremely damaged and breaks into multiple pieces.
Like shatters.
No, like as if like it's been ripped in a few places. So it's like in 3 pieces. You're able to turn over each piece individually, and you're able to piece together that it's the card called Ghost. That is the first one. But it is, and we'll get to this in a minute, so don't worry.
Okay.
Having a look through the cards once more, there's an interesting query here, because there are a lot of cards that have minor pulls. And it's really hard to try and discern which ones are significant from which ones are potentially minor. You also notice that one of the cards, as you turn it over, is slightly obscured and distorted. but you can gather that it is the card, the Raven. But it is... The artwork on the card is muddied a little. Bit blurry and hard to ascertain, but you can see that the card name is the Raven clear as day. That hasn't changed. The final card that gathers interesting acuity to yourself is... I'm just double checking the cards. Final one, as you're looking through the cards, and again, you're getting lots of minor pulls from lots of different cards, and one almost in a stroke of inspiration, that card. And you turn it and flip it, and you see the card Mists. If you would like, you may try to roll an Arcana check to understand the obscurities behind the cards that haven't come through normally. Obviously, on a low roll, I would just tell you the representations as written in the Taroka deck explanation.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Okay. With the first card, Ghost. This typically represents the return of an old enemy or the discovery of a secret buried long ago. As to the reason why it is broken into multiple pieces, the card, with an 8, unfortunately, you will not know.
No.
But that is the representation and meaning. The Raven, it is hidden source of information, a fortunate turn of events, or a secret potential for good. Again, this card is murky and blurry and slightly obscured. You are unsure as to why that quite is. And the final card, the Mists, which seem to come through normally, as far as you could see, represents something unexpected or mysterious that can't be avoided. Things like a great quest, a journey, or something that will try one's spirit.
I do have one question though.
Yeah.
The card that burnt me last time,
Yes.
is that still intact?
Yeah. When you finish a ritual, all the cards return to a normal, complete state. If that, so, like, you know how the one card is ripped and the one card is obscured, and then you've had cards that are inverted and all sorts. They all return to a normal state once the ritual is done. This is just another way for the cards to... If the card that represents something, but there's like a slight caveat or an asterisk, they will often show themselves in unusual fashions to try and explain that. Like, let's take an example. So, the artifact card is like an object that must be obtained, protected, or destroyed at all costs. That's the representation. Yeah. If it is in, like, say if it is, like, distorted or inverted, let's say inverted. If it's inverted, it might be that they're not the person to protect it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas most of the time it's something to obtain or to protect. It might mean that it's flipped. It's the meaning's opposite almost. But it always reverts afterwards.
Or depending on the person.
Depending on the person, depending on what's going on in their situations, card representations don't fit perfectly, so they often show themselves slightly differently to try and explain a little better, because obviously the card spirits can't come through and be like, right, I know this card here is meant to mean this, but we actually mean this, boss. Can you tell her? It don't work like that. Mysterious ways and all that.
Yeah.
You see Naya looking very confused at the cards that you've laid out in front of her.
Considering they are very different from the cards you had in
the previous 2 times.
I believe the previous 2 times you had the marionette and something else. I can't remember.
Artifact. So I've had the artifact, the horseman, and the marionette are the 3 that pop up for me. And last time I didn't get the marionette, but I got the artifact and the horseman, and the third one burned you and was something completely different.
Yeah.
So I assume that one was meant to be the executioner and gone, not the marionette and gone wrong. Do you tell me what they mean?
Yeah, I would relay the information.
Yeah, which obviously is basic because you're struggling at the moment to understand the unusual aspects of the cards.
Yeah.
A looming path. A hidden source of knowledge, was it? Or good?
I'll quickly reread them. So the ghost was looming past, and this could either, and like some of the examples it gives is like the return of an old enemy or the discovery of a secret buried long ago.
Oh, okay.
The mist. Oh no, the raven was next.
Raven.
A hidden source of information, fortunate turn of events, a secret potential for good. There's some of the examples that it could mean. But it's essentially a hidden source of information. And the mist is something unexpected or mysterious that can't be avoided. And some of the examples are a great quest, a journey, or something that will try one's spirit.
Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, what? I must have changed my fate.
Indeed, something has changed.
Speaking of changed, actually, Rose, Nivara would actually would have noticed at a certain point during the day, your pocket watch.
Ooh.
Oh?
The time has changed by 3 minutes.
Positive or negative?
Going.
Where were we at?
You were at 1:45.
Yeah, I thought we were around about there.
Where now you're at 42 minutes past, so you're 18 minutes to. So it's gone good.
Okay, the time.
You got time back.
I've got more time. Okay, I've got more time. Cool.
3 minutes, yeah. So it went from 11:45 to 11:42. You don't know at what point this has happened, but it's something you would have noticed maybe in the last few hours or something.
Yeah, she kind of looks to each of the party members and goes, I wonder what happened, what changed. Thank you, Dax.
You're welcome. Anyone else want a reading?
I will say Vlad is here at this point if he chooses to have a reading.
If not, I was intrigued to get into Paula to have a reading.
Paula, would you like a reading?
No, I'm a little fed up of
My fate's my god, so I'm staying out of it.
Wait, what was that?
I'm a little fed up of other people determining my future.
Oh, I love that! Yes, finally, the fire!
But these aren't predictions, Matthew. They're spoilers.
Oh.
I'm surprised Josiah does not want a reading. Or Paula, but I guess.
I mean, I'll have a reading.
Oh.
I'll just get a drink.
Do you want Okay, let's get him a reading.
From the bar.
Yeah, he comes back with like a few mugs, and it's just like, yeah, sure. Right.
Yeah, that is Josiah energy. Let's face it.
Oh no. Yeah. The first card is a similar card, and a very familiar card. It's broken in 3 pieces.
Oh.
The ghost card appears once again as the first card drawn.
What?
Ooh.
Wait, what's going on?
Love triangle, baby.
Oh no, you gotta do Paula now. Oh no. But no, the ghost card appears first and foremost, and it is broken again in 3 pieces. But I will say the pieces are different shapes and sizes. It's not broken in the exact same 3 pieces. It's just broken. And, like, that kind of gathers a curious eye, considering the reading from Just with Nightfara. You also, as you're looking, because what it is, I'm just looking at the cards, and I try to pick appropriate cards for the current ongoing, so do bear with me, because when I do these card readings, they are semi on the fly. The next card is inverted, and you notice that it is the Donjon card, but as I said, it is inverted. And these 2 cards are placed next to each other, and your hands like glide over, looking for some more, something more concrete as well to follow on this. And the last card is the Seer card. Doesn't seem to be affected in any way. You wish to roll an Arcana check to maybe get a bit of information.
Hopefully I can do a little bit better this time.
Okay, that is better, that is better. The Ghost card, again, meaning the returning of an old enemy or a discovery of a secret buried long ago. But the fact that it is showing itself fragmented. The way I'm going to explain it to you, Adam, specifically, but Dax can interpret it in his own way if he wishes, but the way I'm going to explain it to help you understand is, imagine this card being laid in front of someone. It's a 1-to-1, isn't it? But if it is fragmented, it has the potential to reach multiple people in a close proximity. Like a scatter. It is fragmenting because it is trying to hit multiple people in a small area.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
3 people.
The number's not
It's
as
split into
important.
3.
It's more the meaning behind it breaking. I just
The pass
said,
is coming from multiple people.
The ghost is.
I'll let Dax interpret it in his own words, but basically, rather than the card doing a one-dimensional travel to the person it's being read for, it's trying to reach out to multiple people.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. Right, the second card, which was the
Donjon.
Yeah, Donjon. It was the inverted Donjon. I was trying to remember. It was the Seer, because I kept looking at the Seer and I'm like, no, that was the last card. The inverted Donjon. The isolation and imprisonment, being so conservative in thinking as to be a prisoner of one's own beliefs. However, this card was inverted, meaning it is potential that to a degree the meaning could be inverted, meaning Josiah might potentially be confining someone, like an isolating someone based on things and thinkings and beliefs. Rather than imprisoning himself, he's imprisoning someone else.
Yeah.
Flip the message.
Oh.
The final card, the Seer, which didn't seem to have any ulterior motives in its presentation. Inspiration and keen intellect, meaning, potentially, a future event, the outcome of which will hinge on a clever mind. Those are your cards. You may pass that information over however you wish.
Yeah.
And that explanation of the ghost card might also help Nivara's reading, obviously, because it's the exact same.
I'm thinking that. Paula. Are you sure you don't want a reading?
I'm good.
I just have a hunch something's going to is linking.
I mean, there's one person you haven't asked.
Barnett.
You've asked.
Barnett.
Two have said yes, 2 have said no, and there is one person yet to answer. Just saying, in case, unless you specifically want to do Polar's reading.
It's the body man of the tuxedo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I'll do the Barney's.
The Barney. Or like that.
Don't sound so upset. I'll do the bunny man.
Fine, I'll do him.
If you insist.
Yeah.
Oh, bunny.
Also, Paula has said no, so to do a reading for her is a bit shady.
So.
Yeah.
Well, in the same vein, to do these readings, it also does require a certain level of cooperation. I would say the readings would be completely inaccurate, or if not wrong, if the person is unwilling, because they are spiritually blocking themselves off from the ability to be read. Does that make sense?
No consent, no party.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense, doesn't it? If they're not willing to participate, the information that the spirits need to make the predictions can't happen.
The cards are just a conduit.
Yes,
Exactly.
but with Barnett, and nobody is going to be surprised here when our boy has a ghost broken presented for him. Seemingly,
Maybe it's one of those.
seemingly at least the 3 of you have this connection at the moment entwined.
So it's coming for us, and we're going to find the treasure.
And I will say, with these cards, the cards meaning, like, the reason why this card is turning up, it could be a new thing, it could be an old thing, it could be historical, it could be birthright. Do you know what I mean? Cards will show themselves to whatever they feel is prevalent at the time, but just because something appears recent, like a new card appears recently, doesn't necessarily always mean it's a brand new thing, but it could be. I'm just pointing out some things can be weird, because cards are weird.
Guessing this is also broken us up as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next card is slightly holographic, is the way I want to explain it. It's got like a sheen to it that gives like a mirror finish, and it is the Beast card. Yes, Liam, you pulled a shiny. Well done. 3 points to Faerundor. But the final card, however, is Tempter. It is the Tempter.
Ah, okay.
And if an Arcana check is wished to be rolled, you certainly may. Not by you, by the card dealer.
I'm going to say, I'm not sure about no or not. I did it.
Right.
That makes more sense.
No, it's fine.
God.
Right, so...
You need to play Arcana.
Again, with the Ghost card, looming past the return of an old enemy or a discovery of a secret buried long ago. It is broken in 3 pieces, but I'm not going to say you don't know why, because you potentially am pretty convinced you figured it out in the last reading, so, you know, it is potentially trying to hit multiple people in a small vicinity. The reason why I explained it out of character is because I'm thinking of it in the logic of guns. Like, think of like a rifle compared to a shotgun, do you know what I mean? Buckshot. It's trying, that's why it's in pieces. It's like like the pellets. The second card, the Beast. Great rage or passion. Something bestial or malevolent hiding in plain sight or lurking just below the surface. You did notice that this card carried a holographic shine and a sheen to it that made it seem a little different than its original pure intention. However, you're quite not sure about what it would mean in that sense. Final, the Tempter, that seemed to be pulled regularly. One who has been compromised or led astray by temptation or foolishness. One who tempts others for evil. And that last bit sounds contradictory, so I'm going to actually expand, because the first bit contradicts the second bit and vice versa. The card can either mean someone who has been led astray by temptation or foolishness, or someone who is tempting people with deviousness. It can be either. It makes it sound like it's both, but it's not.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Someone leading you astray, Barnet.
Think it might be you. With all these cards and the shiny one there.
So
Yeah.
whilst you were away in the church, did you find it? Oh, we'll continue this. Okay, come on then.
Yeah.
Carry
Yes.
on.
No, what were you going to say? It seemed very pertinent.
That shiny one means it's a bit different then, right?
Yeah, it's like very transparent.
And I'm being led astray by somebody.
Yeah, but obviously the car that seems to be looping around is the ghost one, and it's busted in three parts. I have a hunch that's probably the whole party.
Yeah, whatever it is we can do with it, we're strong enough.
I'm sure we can. Just I can't distinguish what is coming after us.
At least we know something's coming, so we're prepared for something.
Yeah, but there could be
Even if-
obviously multiple things coming after us.
Yeah,
I
okay, if we do it
believe-
one thing, we'll be ready for the next thing.
Before
make sure
we
we're on
start going down this rabbit warren, let us think. It does. You specified it did not mean that something big was coming after us. It specified that we were about. There was secret knowledge, or the past was coming from us. Is that right?
An old
Could be
enemy or
Or am I getting
discover-
more?
The,
It could be an old enemy
what you're
past,
thinking, Rose, you're getting slightly
Hmm.
confused with
might be.
Sia. The ghost is looming past, and the examples it gives is the return of an old enemy or the discovery of a secret buried long ago. But the key representation is looming past.
Yeah,
Aren't the
So,
Yuan-Ti buried?
a long enemy of years past.
old
Or it could mean, if we're looking at old enemy, who is somebody that we all share? I don't believe there is anybody, is there?
Well, we all fought Jacob.
Oh
We-
no, I
we
think
fought-
he's your second, by the way.
Well, who we
I've
we
got
all
no old
fought
enemies.
together.
Paula puts her hands up. Like,
Sorry, Paula, I can't quite hear you.
Paula puts her hands up. I've got no old enemy.
No, I do not think it is an enemy. I think we are about to uncover a secret buried long ago. We are investigating
Ooh.
in this archipelago into the Yuan-Ti, to an ancient civilization returning.
I hope. Yeah. Payday would be nice.
We are on the precipice of something. I know you said obviously Prescott, but
Not every day's Prescott though.
It could be maybe.
I don't
Gesser.
think he's a. Mm, it has to be something coming for all of us.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, you've got to if you're going down that type of path, you've got to think of an enemy that has commonality between
Mhm.
Josiah, Novara, and Barnet.
Just for the people that are obviously that have had the reading.
Sasmora wouldn't come back so soon, would she?
No, it takes a while. I do genuinely believe when we go to the archaeological dig, we might uncover something,
Hope so.
or even go to some of the other locations like Snake Pit or whatever. We are getting closer. I do not think it is. It might be Gissa, but she wasn't really our enemy. We didn't really fight her. I do agree that we did fight Prescott, but I think we all agree that he wasn't really an enemy anymore.
True, but he might think we're his enemy because we tried to fuck him up, is what I'm saying.
If we meet him, he'll probably.
Oh, I can
Yes.
help with that.
Hmm?
I just mean, I can maybe, try and smooth the edges a little bit.
Well, I did ask him to meet me, but yeah, you could try.
And then you never turned up.
Oh yeah, we never ended up going back
did
there.
we ever actually go there?
Yeah, no, you never did. You sent him a letter and then never went back.
Well,
So
I think
now
it was like we
now
usually
extra
operate
pissed
out
off.
of there, and then we never operated out of there again. Was like,
Yep.
because up until that point we'd always
It
gone there.
felt like, it genuinely felt like
You left
because
that
you
bitch
didn't
on
tell
red
me
just to say
until
fuck you.
Yeah, that it felt like you were trying to draw him out so that you could try and kill him in Ivory Sands or kick off at him or something, and then we had a conversation and you went away from that a little bit, so...
It was more like, if you want to see me, we usually drop in at Ivory Sands every so often. You can leave a message or whatever. That was the intention behind it. It was more like, we hang around here occasionally, because I didn't want to be like, meet here at time and place, because that'd be like a classic ambush. But I was just like, if you kind of want to find us, that's where we sort of are. But then we never went there again after I sent that message.
Right.
No,
What was that
unfortunately...
giggle?
I don't know.
Do I have anything from Ivory Sands, Danny? Or would we have to travel first?
Ooh.
I don't think so. I think I've only got Underbelly Descent and here now, because I've just remembered I've got to start picking
Don't
them
forget,
up.
well, it's not about picking up items to do the teleport spell. You have to ritual put a space there to teleport to. You've got one on the ship. You've got one on both ships. You have one where the genie lives on Underbelly Descent. You have one on 2-point warning on the vessel of the Baroness, and
Oh.
that's it.
No, I thought we could use it as a teleport once per day to somewhere. Because that's what we did
No.
originally when we went to Wade's Rest, because we didn't have it set up. When we first went from Arcaia
No,
to...
that was Arcaia, which actually that's another place you have lockdown. Yeah, but no, Arcaia gave you a teleportation crystal to do that.
Or scroll or whatever.
Did he?
Yeah, it was a crystal.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
No, it was, because then we had to go
You
all the way
fucked it
back
up,
again
and then you
ask
had to
it
use the
for
cube
another.
to go back and be like, "Please, sir, can we have another one? We fucked up." Because you went to similar location.
You went to Wade's Grey.
Yeah. Because
We wouldn't have...
Yeah, you was meant to go to
Underbelly
Wade's Rest of the
Descent on
ship,
there,
and you
then.
ended up going to the Wade's resting place.
Grave.
This is why, because I thought that was teleportation because we were rolling. But that's a difference. I thought it was to do with
It
you.
wasn't that, no.
No.
You were given the cube,
Okay,
and then you were
okay.
given a crystal.
Okay. You might be right. I might have just completely misinterpreted that. But, changes things quite a lot. Okay.
No, with the cube,
We'll have
you
to-
have 6 locations you can save in it, and then you can use it 3 times a day, and you can basically press it and go to that preset location.
So we have Arcaia, Wade's Rest,
Call of Chaos,
Call
Underbelly
of
Descent,
Chaos.
and the Dawning Ire, which is the Baroness's ship.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's
I
5,
might just
I
set as
believe.
one on Ivory Sands. Yeah. I didn't think I did have one on Underbelly Descent. I picked up a rock, which is
You
what I
can
think
overwrite them. You can overwrite them.
Yeah.
The reason why you have one at Underbelly Descent was to potentially visit the genie in the future.
Yes, I think you're right. Might just need to put one on for Ivory Sands at some point. Maybe overwrite the end, but we'll sort it out anyway. Never mind. Or leave it on Underbelly Descent if we're going after more Yuan-Ti. They seemed quite keen on getting back in there. Anyway, let's think outside. So we would have to. Okay, leave it to me. But at the moment, we are hunting Kraken.
Yeah, did you find anything out, Vlad?
Yes, they're here.
What?
I'll obviously hand over the whole conversation I had with Alistair and how he was attacked for the
Alexander.
potential, obviously, info of for the potential info on this armor that they've got.
Armor.
So they're
Paula?
so they're trying to
Sorry.
get this armor from your brotherhood or
Yes, basically.
organisation.
The town's guard appear to be, well, the militia don't appear to be able to the numbers or the capacity to route them.
Then we do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Done this before, we can do it again. Right, Barnett?
Yep.
Good. So, how about, I was going to suggest, Paula, you are very good at looking for, signs of criminal activity. Could you start maybe looking around just the main thoroughfare?
Yeah, I can give it a go.
Cool. Dax, would you want to go with her as well? Just make sure. Because weren't you part of a criminal gang at one stage?
Yeah, of course.
Brilliant.
Send them out on the rob. Yes, do it.
I
Hey,
meant
fellow
more-
gangster, I would like to do crimes.
Out of
crimes,
character,
be
I mean,
ungovernable.
looking. Okay, out of character. What Naya was hinting at when she said looking for criminal is looking for thieves' cant.
I know.
Does
I
that
know
make
exactly
sense?
what you meant.
Yeah,
I was thinking
yeah.
these can't. That would be my first go-to. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're in battle mode.
Okay, Josiah, I'm going to talk to the waitstaff in the tavern to see if there is any people that have started drinking that look a little bit angsty.
Good to me.
Barnett, do you want to maybe scout out the area around the church with Vlad and just see where entry and exit points would be? How would they get at this armor?
Yeah.
Is everybody happy with their assignments?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Split. Go do jobs. Let's get the move on and source this Kraken.
Let us start
Shoo, shoo.
with the crime
Start something.
gang.
Mm.
Because it's crime time, baby.
Oh,
Dax.
Josiah, I didn't give you an assignment, so you can go wherever you want to. That's why I didn't give you one as captain. It seemed fitting.
Dax and Polar.
Yeah.
You're heading out, potentially looking for signs of criminal activity. And what that would probably entail for those that have a more background in crime, that entails things like thieves' cant markings of maybe like passing information to other ne'er-do-wells, maybe either pointing out points of safety or points of interest or danger.
Yep.
And you both roll for me, or one of you at advantage. Roll a perception check, please.
Doom step.
I'll give you advantage if that
Yes.
helps.
Yeah, have advantage. Yeah, go for it.
Who's rolling with advantage then? Is Paula rolling with advantage? 'Cause that was super
no,
confusing.
Dan.
Oh, I am.
No, you roll with advantage.
I thought you were! As a rogue!
My perception is not good. No, well, not stuff.
Perception.
Yeah, Dax with advantage.
Give me advantage then.
Yeah.
Fucking one of you, please.
Oh my god!
There we go.
Hey!
Fucking way. Jeez.
I did say, but
I mean,
Discord's garbling.
I think your discard is garbling what you're saying so much, Matt, because it's like it seems to miss huge swaths of conversation.
Yeah, that's probably why I can't. Yeah.
Oh
But-
dear.
You can't hear, but you can see with a 23 in perception. Heading around the town, you do notice quite intricately hidden as well, by the way. Like, these aren't obvious signings and stuff. You do notice a number of small markings made on certain houses and things like this. And you're able to spot them and point them out. Now, the question is, when you spot them, how do you approach them to read them? Do you try to do so stealthily or obviously?
Or stealthily?
Well, I would like a stealth roll from the pair of you then to try and act nonchalant. Well, stealth if you're trying to hide, but if you're trying to act natural and like, make it like, you know, looking, it's more of a performance. I'll give you that option.
I've stealthed already.
You both have.
Okay. You're able to go up where you're confident no one is looking at the time. And, like, you're able to see on a number of houses. The majority of the markings seem to indicate, like, no good, don't bother, sort of thing. You notice that one of the houses, in, like, a small area of where there's, like, a lot of no goods and don't bothers, seems to be marked as a haven. And you notice...
Like a safe house.
Yeah, because on the inside panel of like a small jutted out piece on the roof, you notice that it's marked there. Like, these are like very, very well hidden. You notice on the church, there seems to be a marking of like riches. But there's also markings of danger and caution. But the majority of houses are no good. You'll even notice in some other houses where havens and stroke safe houses were marked and then have since been crossed out.
Okay.
Some dead ends.
But you currently notice that one house at the moment seems to have a haven marked on it, and it is on the south side of town, so kind of on the direction you came in on.
So,
Yeah.
place
So-
the door in and start questioning. You've got it.
Let's go check it out at least.
Okay. You want to have a spy?
No.
What?
So how are you just like trying to go around and look at a window? Are you breaking in?
Just try and have a look.
Because it's a single story house from what you can see. It probably has like some storage space in the roof, maybe, because the roof is quite high pitch. There's a couple of windows like jutted around the building. You can see like they are like quite cloudy and dirty from just age. And you can see like there's some firelight coming from one of the windows, and you can see it's quite dark in a couple of others.
Is it all that? So I take it's dark inside.
There's firelight coming from one of the windows at the moment.
Is there many people about at the minute?
Outside, not massive amounts. It's now coming close to midday. A lot of the fishermen have come back from their fishing and are taking their supplies to the main town. The residential areas where you are at the moment is relatively quiet. Not entirely, but relatively.
We'll be given a time frame on how long. Because I will suggest if we just kind of stay in the area and just keep an eye on who goes in.
Right, okay.
Yes, you won't do that.
Unless you want to. I believe you can go invisible. I can also go invisible. If we want to just peer in a window, we can.
Yeah, I'll find somewhere that's quiet and then I'll cast invisibility.
Easily
Cast
done.
invisibility.
Easy done. So yeah, what it is, Dax, you go round a corner and like cast invisibility on yourself, Polar, being somewhere that's already quiet, and you just cast invisibility and wait for Dax to return.
So then we go looking through windows.
Yes, we will.
Okay, starting at the front of the house. Just make a general perception check, the both of you, to see how proficient you are in these few moments. Okay, both of you pretty well. Starting at the front of the house, where one of the darkened windows, you can see that at the moment it looks to be like a small living space. It doesn't look terribly big inside. You can see like 2 or 3 chairs and like a couple of like storage like ottoman trunks and like a small campfire like fireplace that's like set up ready to warm a house if needed. Going round, you can see what looks like a small bedroom that's probably fit for a singular person. Has a single bed in there now. You can see that it's filled with a fair bit of clutter and like knick-knacky type stuff, but it's hard to really, unless you were in there and the lights were on, it's hard to really see in. Going around to the back of the house, which is where the firelight was coming from, you see a figure currently stood over like a cooking stove top, like where you can see there's a fire underneath and it's like a slab of stone that's been heated, and it's current, and you can see there's someone stirring into a cooking pot.
Is anyone else in the room, or?
Not that you can see, just seems to be a singular person.
Okay.
You wait a few moments more, and when the person stops the stirring and obviously turns for ingredients or other items, you notice it to be a feminine figure, looks to be relatively elderly.
Is it all covered up, or?
No, she doesn't seem to be. Well, she's clothed, but not like
Yeah.
fully like covered up.
Not like a cloak over her head.
No, seems to be wearing like dark brown, like dress that goes down to like about mid calf maybe. You can see it's tied in the middle with like a white apron that's like stained with like probably years of use. You can see it's like very graying hair that's been tied back into like a bun that's got like a simple thread and twine just like wrapped around to keep it together. Looks relatively basic and squalid.
Definitely not a gang. Maybe someone they go.
Say that again.
Definitely not a gang member, but maybe somebody they pay to feed them.
Possible. Although I wouldn't discount anybody being a gang member based on how they look. Look at you guys, for example.
Yeah, I should be the one that.
Yeah, you should be out of everybody the one that says that.
That is very true.
There's no one else there.
Was
Not
there
that you
another
can see.
window?
Yeah, what time of day is it? So yeah, they're probably out.
Midday.
Midday.
Yeah. We have Alo.
I just think, is there another window to check?
Unless you want to break and enter, you've checked all the windows you can see.
We will. I'll suggest that we can keep an eye out, see if anyone goes.
Understood.
Yeah.
So you basically stake out the place for a moment and just kind of wait and watch, and I will pause you guys there. So, who would like to go next in your sleuthing of this town? Barnet?
I was saying, I'm happy. I don't mind.
Okay, Vlad, what do you do?
Yeah. Oh,
We was going back to the church, wasn't we?
Yeah, Vlad and Barnet I'd sent back to the church.
To scout out around it and look for possible entry exits, etc.
Okay. You know the church fairly intimately. You know that the main entrance is obviously the main doors, which are open to the public for the majority of the time. There is also an entry point on the roof via the bell tower where if someone had the ability to scale the building, they could climb in and go down the hatch and descend the tower that way. The back of the building, there are 3 doors in different parts of the building. One, which is designed to be a storage entrance, which is where a lot of the food and supplies for the people that live in the church go and enter. It's also attached to like the kitchen and things like that. There is also a back door which leads to a lot of the toilet areas and different situations like that, because the toilets aren't inside the building. There's like outhouses and things like this that are used, and there's a door that basically connects the main service chapel to that like small area outside. So you've got a door on the front, door on the side, door on the back, and the last door, which is intended to be used for the clerics only. It's just another way of entering the building without having to go through the main chapel to get to the clerics and the acolytes' quarters and all their facilities. Which is also where the door to the bell tower is, in that area, sort of implied.
Were any of these doors manned, guarded, or locked?
Locked, yes. Guarded, no. The only one that isn't it's because it's attached to the main hall, is the one to the latrine area. But the door for the storage and the acolyte cleric entry point, they are locked usually, but they're not manned.
Usually.
And the hatch on the bell tower roof is not locked nor manned.
Right. I would like to go in and check the locks on the inside, if that's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, if Barnett wants to stay out and just walk around and just double check all that, that's absolutely fine, because I don't think he'll be allowed to go where I could go, could he?
He would probably be... I would say because he's with you directly and you're allowing it, he would be allowed.
Yeah.
But there would be a bit more of a cautionary eye on him, because obviously outsider, what's he up to? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll say he could.
Which is why I'm thinking, if he stays on the outside, just walking around, double checking for any potential markings, I'm happy to go inside and check the locks and make sure there's nothing like deliberately jammed in the door to keep it open or anything like that.
Yeah. Do you check him for any potential tamper?
Correct, yeah.
So, Liam, are you going inside to assist, or are you staying outside to observe?
Look outside.
Okay. Can you do me a perception check? And Vlad, it'll be investigation check from you as you go to the doors that you're aware of that lead to the outside that should be secure, just to ensure that they are currently secure. Okay. Barnett, you get distracted by the remembering of the shiny card in your Tarot reading earlier. Your mind is a glittery array of colour, as the holographic entities of the card have dazzled your mind. Either that, or it could be just the refraction from some nearby water in a puddle that has glared your eyes a little bit. Who's to say, really?
You can see a carrot.
Vlad, you head inside, and again, the doors that lead to the main service area are relatively unsecure because they're designed to... The main chapel area is designed to have public access at all times, but in the same vein, there is always multiple people here ready to talk to people, deal with people, so there's also that as a balance. Go into the back door, which is the entrance to the clerics. You notice that it is a key lock. What?
Nothing. Carry on. Carry on.
Are you okay?
No, Paula wasn't there to turn into a key. It's fine.
No, it was something else. Carry on, though. It was something about the back door being the entrance for clerics.
Oh, God. You have to lower it down,
This is a serious campaign. Come on, compose yourself.
Fuck me in the ass, because I'm Jesus. Fair enough. I'm glad. It shows where Rose's mind is. It shows where Rose's mind is.
She clearly likes
Carry
that
on.
door.
Stop it.
It is key lock.
Carry on.
It is a heavy iron key lock, and it looks to be relatively secure. And as far you don't have a key to this anymore, but you ask a couple of people, and the lock works fine. You go to the storage entrance, and that is held with a bar lock. You know, the wooden bar that goes across the U-shaped, like
Yeah.
it's so that, and then the door obviously opens outwards. So while that bar is in place, which it currently is, unless that bar is broken or a serious force is used, that door should be pretty good, unless the bar is removed.
Okay.
The bell tower, again, as I said, access to the stairs to go up is relatively easy, and the hatch to the actual roof where the bell is unlocked, because there's no need to lock a roof access like that.
Is there a lock present, though?
No.
No. Okay.
And that is what you find.
I'd go on the outside now, and I'd also look for any potential markings. I mean, I'm not a criminal, I wouldn't know, but if there's a marking that shouldn't be there or something, I'd like
that
to...
would be a perception check.
And one day I'll try and look for where my colleague is.
You don't notice anything that really stands out as strange. Obviously, you can see portions of the building that could probably do with a spruce up, a bit of love and a bit of care, where you can see different things, and where just age has taken the building a little bit, and it could probably do with a bit of revamp. You don't notice anything that stands out as that's unusual, or that shouldn't be there, or what is that weird language, or anything like that. You don't notice any dead drop locations, you don't notice any holes in the walls, so no bringing on the wall, Liam. But what you do find is Barnett. He's currently sat with his back against the wall, and he's currently looking left and right, and then you'll see him kind of look at something in the distance, and then look left, and then back at the middle thing, and then right back at the middle thing. And you notice he's vaguely staring at a puddle.
You alright, Barnett?
Yeah, the puddle looks dangerous. Looks a little bit too wet.
Really?
Or too big. Yeah.
It's a puddle.
How many other puddles do you see?
You look around.
Well, it was
and you
raining
see-
yesterday.
I was going to say, you see a few.
It's raining
Not like
yesterday.
that one. That one looks
Right,
very
okay.
suspicious.
Have you been smoking something this morning?
He's found out the puddle mimics.
Oh no,
Puddle mimic.
that's what the ghost is for.
Well, you have a weapon on your back. Feel free to attack the puddle.
I give the puddle a poke.
Make a dex saving throw.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh god. Can't believe he has as well.
It's a fail.
11.
I will say you
Ooh.
have advantage because you can see it.
Oh.
You can see the puddle.
Yeah. Oh. Hey.
There we go.
You walk up to the puddle and you lean over to like kind of poke in. You watch as like this unusual ripple goes across the surface as the water has been disturbed. But the surface tension doesn't break.
Oh god.
But you step a little too close and you put your foot in the puddle and you feel your foot give under the wet mulch underneath, which is mud. But you manage to steady yourself and don't fall over.
Yeah, I told you it's evil. It's an evil puddle.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm just going to pop in and see Alexandra. I'll be back in a moment. I just wanted to check that you're okay. Oh, God.
Leaving your compatriot to fight bravely against the puddle.
Just splashing in a puddle.
Yeah. And the thing is, because of his size,
Adorable.
yeah, but the thing is, because of his size, no one pays attention because they think he's just a kid. A kid with a battle axe. Yeah, a kid with a battle axe.
Yeah.
It's a trouble
Damn
child.
you, water! Damn you!
Yeah, he's probably got rabies, because when you get rabies, you get hydrophobia, didn't you? But you head back in, you find Alexandria, Alexander, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome back. I didn't, have you met, I thought you were meeting your friends.
Yes, I've met with them, and we're sent out on a scout, really, just trying to find the location of the group. I just wanted to check that all the doors were locked in the chapel, in the church, and make sure all the exits and entrances are guarded. I mean, if I was you, I'd put some guards or something around anything valuable.
I mean, we keep everything protected as best as we can, but the problem is there's not exactly enough of us to, like, station. I think there's only, like, 20 of us total. And when you take away the cooks and the acolytes, it probably leaves about 4 of us.
Well, anything particular value, or as you've mentioned, hide if you can. There's plenty of places to hide.
They're safe for now in our various holding places. We don't hold any items like this in the storage area next to the exit.
Yeah, just don't mention anything, because in case I do get captured. But I'm just saying, please keep everything safe, and we are on the case now.
Is appreciated. Good luck.
We'll be back as soon as we can. And I'd head back out to Barnet and drag him away from the puddle.
Well, hang on. Also, if you don't mind me asking, there's a weird character lingering around outside at the moment.
Is he a bunny?
Yes.
He's with me, don't worry. He's currently beating up a puddle.
I understand the challenges you mentioned earlier.
Yes, it can be very challenging.
Salune be with that one.
Yes, take care, and I'll head out to Barnet.
Barney, as you're fighting the puddle, unknowing, you've just had a blessing placed upon you. You notice the sun has just appeared from a cloud and just warms you back just a little bit, almost giving you fervour to keep fighting this puddle. Fight the good fight.
Do you know what? Tonight, I never thought I'd be witnessing a battle with a puddle.
And you know what? The puddle's winning because, you know, because you know what's happened during the time you've gone inside?
Go on.
He's hit the puddle so hard he's made 2 puddles now because it's split. There are now 2 puddles.
Session's just been mad.
So the puddles now have flank on him. Or is it pack tactics? I'm really not sure.
Well, entertainment, what can we say?
You can just imagine just this bunny man just absolutely kicking shit out of a puddle.
Well, I'd go to say, come on, leave the water alone now. We've got to continue looking around.
What's that noise supposed to mean?
Okay.
Miss Worsley.
Please,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Nivara,
Add food.
Hello?
what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm guessing I will be going to speak to the bartender in order to see, try and get a little bit more information about what's been going on in the town. Like, is there a certain time of day that certain people enter in? That kind of thing, but just feeling the way.
Make a
Try not to do it
persuasion
too
check.
obvious. Subtle, yeah. Persuasion?
Please.
That one. $21.
I mean, we do have most people turn up in the evenings before rest because most of them tend to travel to New Horizons to sell what they have caught during the early mornings and late evenings. But as you can see, we have a handful of people in here or so about now. Mostly people that work in the nights, whether it be preparing the vessels for leaving or maybe even doing things like logging and things like this. We have it done in the evening considering most of the manpower is taken up in the day. It's so they can get assistance in the night from those that work multiple jobs.
Uh, very interesting. What is your clientele like?
Pretty much everyone that lives here, really. Most of us know each other relatively well. Only a couple that are newer, you get used to them after a while.
Newer?
Well, yeah,
What do you mean?
well, some people move in and takes them a few weeks to get settled. Me and Diane here, we try to do our best learning the names and get used to people, see what they're here to do, whether it be fishermen or boatswains or the like.
Oh, I mean, it sounds very interesting to meet new people every day, get to know them, that sort of
It's
thing.
not every day. I mean, most people coming here, at least live here.
Locals.
It's extremely rare to have people like yourselves turn up out of the blue.
Oh. Is there anybody else like this recently? Last couple of months?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think there was. Oh, what was their name? Diane. What was the name of that family that moved in that were doing the gathering in the woodlands? And you like kind of turn and like ask, and then she'll say, "I think they were the Portages." Yeah, that's right, the Portage family. I don't remember what house they are now, but yeah, the Portages. They do a lot of gathering with mushrooms, berries, and things like that on the forest floors, nuts and the like.
Oh, right. So they were gathering out in the woods, not having a gathering in the woods.
No. Well, maybe.
Okay.
I suppose they probably gather at some point. Although,
Okay.
and he'll kind of just say, there's been a couple of people that have been a bit quiet recently as well, which is interesting. But nah, don't worry about it. Yeah, people guess sometimes they want a few nights into themselves, don't they? They don't have to always come out.
Oh wait, has there been anybody that's not been coming to your bar, like locals?
Yeah, but I also think it might be because of her husband passing away recently, so it might just be grief.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, I would love to visit her. I spent some time with a group of grief counselors out west. I'd love to see if I could help. If you would mind if I could have her name?
Make a persuasion check.
Another one? Okay.
Yeah, because you're asking for him to dox somebody.
I know. Oh, buddy.
Oh, no.
I don't think that would be proper. I mean, if she was here to ask, then yeah. I mean, but no, her husband passed away a few weeks ago, and it's difficult because she doesn't have much at the moment. Tends to live alone for the most part, I believe. Her grandson was moved out, went to New Horizons to do work there.
Oh. Oh, okay. Any other recent deceased by strange illness?
Not strange that I know of, no. A couple people have died of sickness. One, unfortunately, to a jellyfish sting. That was nasty. Yeah, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, place isn't exactly perfect, but it works. Are you like looking to move in or to the area?
Do you know, I have been thinking of it, but I'm not quite sure how, when you're moving into a new place, you're looking for a sense of community, a sense of stuff going on, but it seems like it might be here, but not really the whole town as a whole,
Well, I mean, tell me a town where everybody like gets along, and a lot of people here get on with each other, and it's nice. Not perfect, but it
Is there a
works.
crime rate? See, I would hate to settle down with my new family in somewhere like that had a lot of crime, you know?
I mean, there's been some, but most of it seems to come from people coming off the docks down the road. They end up coming up here not knowing what, and you know, you get a couple of like pickpockets and things like that, but not too much.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I feel like I'm being lied to. We know there's crime going on. Oh, that's not too bad. A 16.
I know there's crime, mister. Tell me your secrets, fucker.
I mean, if he hasn't got any, I'll obviously
you notice
begin
that
to wrap the
he's.
conversation.
I'm gonna say you notice that he seems to be talking more vague with stuff like that, and you notice the way he's speaking to you about the town has changed to a more positive overtone when you mentioned about potentially moving in.
Would you recommend maybe areas to go on a tour? You know, good places that I can see this community that you speak of, the locations, that sort of thing?
One of the best places, honestly, would be the church, honestly. They often do a lot of things, come the holy days where they have the town gather, as much as those that care to indulge in the religions. It's where the majority of people tend to come together, but the town isn't terribly big. But we are hoping it'll get bigger soon. So you all feel free to walk around and see what you can see, enjoy what you can.
Any place to avoid?
No, not really.
Well, thank you so much for your time and your ale. It has been very good.
Locally done, that one.
Leaving. Yeah. And she'll start leaving at this point.
I was about to say, because Naya signed everyone else and said I won't give everything to the captain. Josiah probably was there locally for half the conversation, then decided to do his own thing and had wandered out.
Ah, but what was the only thing you did?
He was going to see if there was a general shop or just something
There are some market stalls, but as I've said, because it's essentials. It is food. It is firewood. It is clean water. It is maybe services for repairing kitchen tools and things like this. Maybe shirts and things like this for those that need new clothes. It is. There is no bric-a-brac. There is no knickknacks. There is no weird vendor at the end of the store. It is.
No,
you got to remember this entire village probably only has 50 buildings, and the majority of them are going to be residential. There's not much.
Work perfectly for them. So you'll go to the sort of, if there's grocers or fruits, vegetables, food, those kind of things, that works perfectly.
Yeah, and you can see there's a couple of stalls with foraged goods where you can see nettles and berries and nuts. You can also see somewhere, obviously they've got themselves a small garden plot in probably a small living space where you can see that there's a couple of parsnips, carrots, turnips. Not much, a couple of baskets full, that's about it.
He will, so there's a person man in the store, he'll sort of go over and start making conversations I'm new in town, I'm just taking in the sights.
Well, certainly welcome then. I mean, it's a pleasure. We don't normally have people come from New Horizons to here. Are you from New Horizons, or have you came from even further?
I'm Ivory Sands, born and bred.
So you've came far. What brings you up here then?
Friend of mine has roots here, so we're just visiting at the moment. Got a question for you, and he brings out a gold piece. He'll sort of lay it under his hands, So this is a small town, and there's a group of people hanging around that aren't families, that aren't known, and they're going to need food. They're going to need to buy supplies. So I suppose you know anything about that.
Persuasion check with advantage.
Oakley dokley, and I can't get below 8. Yay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Persuasion.
Please, with advantage.
Oh. Press to go. Got excited. Premature persuasion. There we go.
Okay, 16. I mean, there are a couple of people that probably come through here that need various supplies, yeah.
So I suppose you know where they go to.
Let's roll a history check for the man. Let's see if he knows his shit. I mean, I don't know exactly, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they live in one of the houses around here.
Can he point like north, south, east, west kind of?
Vaguely southwestish.
Mm.
Yes, I mean, I don't know exactly, but I tend to hear a lot of muttering come from that way. And he's kind of saying this with a slightly quieter tone.
Yeah, and Josiah respects that. It's just like, yeah, so not a family, not like. Thank you.
Not
He'll
I
slide
don't. I mean, I don't know exactly, but yeah, I know.
He'll slide the gold over.
Yeah. Care
Thank
to
you.
take anything for your trouble? And he'll kind of gesture to the.
What
produce.
is it? Is it just like a radish and like?
Yeah.
I imagine it's like a greengrocer's, right? So you've got fruits, you've got veggies, you've got nuts, you've got flowers.
The stall
like,
he's
you've got
gone to.
everything.
The stall he's gone to. It's basically like someone's got an allotment, and it's what they've grown,
Uh,
and it's very limited. There's carrots, radish, and turnip.
I suppose what he'll do is like take a carrot and like wash it and just sort of like eat a carrot on the way down to see like, and we'll just
Right. Do you have dark vision?
I think no, I don't think so.
You have dark vision for the next 2 minutes.
That's a lie.
Let's give dark vision.
But-
Brilliant.
I mean, the
2
sun
minutes,
is high in
that's
the
it.
sky. I think it's got to be what, like about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah, but
it
it's-
in
He doesn't-
the
he doesn't
dark.
need it.
But it's 2 minutes from the start of consumption, so by the time you finish the carrot, the dark vision's gone.
So he will sort of head down southwestish then. I guess there's only like if there's 50 houses in total in the whole area, then
There's not many.
it's down to like 10.
I'm guessing
Isn't
we're
it?
all gonna
About 10 to 12.
run into
Probably,
each
yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that during the stakeout, that Dax and Polar, in your state of invisibility, you watch Josiah giving the glizzy gobbler to a carrot.
Oh,
Oh dear.
He's
Sure.
aggressively buying it. I don't think that's.
I'll sneak up and kind of poke him. We're still
Oh.
invisible.
oh,
Invisibility lasts for an hour, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good. Polar, we.
It's not been an hour.
No, it's probably been about 15 minutes max.
He draws his rapier.
I'll poke him and then. God, don't do that.
Oh,
Okay.
he didn't.
Oh,
He's
Polar-
fucking. You could say who it was
I
before.
drop him. Oh no, I don't.
No, he's no. He's just like, oh, it's you. It's fine. It's just don't. He could have spoken like. He'll put his rapier away then. So this is the right
Okay.
area then.
Well, we found a haven, but there's only like an old. We're keeping an eye on the place.
Well, Grocer said people who aren't a family are sort of picking up supplies and coming this way. So looks like the evidence lines up.
Describe an alleyway around us. Go there.
There is none. The buildings are far too sparse
no.
apart.
It's
Like,
like a west-
I think
like a western
every time
town, it's just
every
like-
time I try and explain how remote and how sparse, like this is
Sorry. Yeah.
tiny. Like it's each house is probably about 6 or 7 foot apart from each other,
Think of like a Red Dead Redemption sort of town,
or like a
it's-
Witcher,
Mm,
or
yeah,
Witcher. You know,
yeah.
Witcher Wild Hunt. You know the villages in those.
Yeah.
Think like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll follow you. Go to somewhere I.
I mean, what you guys do, or should we head back to the
Well, we're
guy's
keeping an
house?
eye out. We're keeping an eye out just to see who goes in.
Okay. Well, I'll go back to not the tavern, that dude's house, and I'll tell the rest when they get back where you are if you're watching for a bit.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay,
Aye,
but
aye.
talking about the stakeout you did, currently during the time you have been there, no one has gone in and out, just obviously letting you know. But eventually, I'd imagine the majority of you will start to meet up back in the tavern after gathering your information. Do any of you wish to discuss your findings?
Yeah, I make sure to do mine away from the tavern a little bit. Like, I'm guessing we're just like hanging around outside the front of the church or something.
Okay.
I found an evil puddle.
So, what?
An evil puddle. Very. It looked suspicious and it started to attack me, and I attacked it.
Okay. I found out that apparently there is I'd say an older woman here. They mentioned grandchildren, that had lost her husband very recently to an illness, and her son had just left for New Horizons. That was it. Apparently there's no crime in this town, but I did kind of suggest I was moving in, and then I messed up.
Has Josiah come back at this point?
I assume we're all kind of gathering together.
Yeah,
and, like,
I'm going to say this is just like
coinciding.
over the space of a few minutes, you will all gather, with the exception of Pola and Dax, who remain staking out for the rest of their own. But Josiah is aware of them, where they are.
Yeah, so you'll say, well, I've tracked them to a certain area where I found Pola and Dax doing a stakeout of an old woman who possibly is holding up these guys. So everything's linking together.
So, if it's the same old woman as the woman I got, was it that her husband accidentally died?
Well, there are knives going around that make people die of diseases, so...
I think what the best course of action would be is to... Do we know when they're planning to go for this armor? Vlad?
Well,
Vlad?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Do we know when
You're really quiet. I can barely hear you.
Oh. Can everyone else hear me all right?
Yeah.
Right, everyone else.
Oh, strange.
Right.
I'm going to check my settings just in case I have to turn you off.
Discord may be weird.
Yeah, I think it's been weird for you, Matt.
Mine's been alright.
Ah, there you go.
So she basically asked Vlad, do we know when they potentially were going to go after the armor?
No, unfortunately, there's no sort of time limit. There was just questions asked.
So our best course of action is either to infiltrate, and I don't know if that house is the right house, seeing as there's just an old lady in there, right? We know that they are. Did you ask how much food they're taking? Like, is it enough for 1 man, 10 men, 30 men?
It was like I just asked her who wasn't like groups of people that weren't families, because people around here know their own lot, and it was like a group of people. The guy was.
I genuinely. Go on.
I was just going to say the grocer. You know, he didn't want to say too much. He pointed me in the right direction to connect to with Paula and Dax, so it seems it lined up.
What I suggest we do, and I would maybe speak to the church about this, is apparently there are festivals here that are done on days of worship. maybe we arrange one and put out bait. I don't know if Pollock make herself look like that, and maybe we can illusion an image of the armor, hopefully draw them out, and off we go.
Polar can't change objects, only her own body.
Could we? Oh.
But I do like that idea. I think it's a very good idea.
I agree.
think
I think it
myself and
sounds
Daxter
gonna,
maybe
sounds like it's going to be a very interesting thing that you guys are going to be doing next time.
Next session, yeah. Plot a fake heist.
Essentially,
Reverse
I
heist.
was going to say, essentially, what I will have you guys do is use the Facebook group chat, you know, that we've got for the campaign to discuss potential ideas, just because then I can then plan the session based off what he's mentioned and discussed. I think that's going to be a good idea, and it is a great stopping point as it is 2 minutes to 10. And to let you guys know, the next session will be on the 11th of May.
Okay.
In 2 weeks' time. So, for everybody that is watching on the Twitch, I do appreciate you massively. And the YouTube episode is going to be ending right here, right now, so thank you if you're on YouTube in the future.